What is up, YouTube? My Cowboys family, bringing you guys the latest update, always on the Dallas Cowboys.
Always.
And today, we are actually watching the, give me just a second,
Alabama-Georgia game, guys.
Okay.
We're checking the sound. But yes, Alabama-Georgia National Championship college game.
Let us know if you're rooting for the Crimson Tide or those Georgia Bulldogs. And
you can see they are the team we suspect.
All right.
It should be
Audio is
number
good.
one in all football.
Knights.
But let's see who wins tonight.
Undefeated.
Yes. So, guys, we're doing the college championship right now.
That's
and going to talk some Cowboys, of course, as always. You see, it's Alabama Crimson Tide.
Ryan 101, thanks for joining us.
Alabama
I'm a hater. Nice to see you back, man. It's been a while.
On your name. He's been here often. And the score 0-0, guys. First quarter, second down and 10 on our feed. And right now, Georgia has the ball. They had the ball a couple plays, threw an interception deep. Alabama missed a field goal. They drove from that and missed a field goal. Georgia has the ball back, and they got a first down. And now now it's second down. There's a flag.
Another flag?
Let's hear what's going on, guys, as this game is going. Obviously a big deal in sports in general. And
yeah, but this game means a lot. Again, Georgia hasn't beat Alabama in how long again?
Oof, I'm not sure how long it's been, but they've played a lot between each other as far as games throughout their history.
So I'm definitely rooting for those Georgia Bulldogs today.
So am I. I'm going Bulldogs.
Here we go, 2nd and 15.
Oh, and we got a little slight delay here.
So Xavier B, thanks for joining us here. You're rooting for the Bulldogs as well.
Yeah.
Again, go Georgia.
Now, there's only one team I'm really rooting for.
And that's the Dallas Cowboys. So.
Is it?
Oh, the UCF Knights.
Yes, it's the UCF Knights when it comes to college, guys. All day, every day, UCF Knights. But yes, Dallas Cowboys in the end. But yes, I'm representing the college team today.
It's been a long day, guys. Yes, Peanut 310, how are you? What's up?
Here.
So back in Cali, I'm a hater. Awesome. Enjoy the warm weather. I'm sure you're freezing your butt off. If you're anywhere
it's
near
warm
the East
here
Coast.
where we're at now. It was freezing last week, which was awesome.
So 3rd and 15, does he get
going
it?
Deep, tipped away, great defense. Guys, so I want to make first and foremost it's in the description, but I want you guys to know and follow some guys who might be future Dallas Cowboys. You never know in the first round. So of this draft, and let's see here, guys. I'm looking right now, and I'm seeing
I know
3 players.
First and foremost, number 3 on the defensive side of the Georgia Bulldogs is Roquan Smith.
Right, Roquan Smith, guys.
That's the linebacker for Georgia. Again, he would be great. You know,
I mean, he's definitely one of these guys.
Jalen Smith still starting out. He'd be one of those guys, again, plug and play. He'd make an immediate impact.
For sure. Did you get notifications, by the way? You did?
So,
okay. I didn't know if I got
Johnson, what's up? Thanks for joining us
buddy?
here. He
how you doing?
Georgia hasn't won a title since 1980.
Wow.
That's a long time. So, again, I always like to root for the underdog, and this time the Bulldogs are the underdog.
Even though I think by rank, I think Georgia is 3. If that's correct, and Alabama's 4, or maybe Georgia's 2. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oklahoma. Anyways, the point is that they're technically ranked higher than Alabama. Alabama upset Clemson. They were the #1 teams in the playoffs. So now they're kind of like the underdog, the 4th seed, but really they're really thought of as being better. Yes. Yeah. So. We'll see.
Again, I know college rankings are a little weird sometimes. Tampa Bay Gaming, thanks for joining us. You're rooting for Alabama. So, well, again.
All right. We got a nice
let's see what happens so far. Again, that kicker, that field goal, watch out. It could make a difference.
How far was that?
It was a 35-yard attempt.
Ooh,
yeah.
man.
So, I'm a hater, said, I live in Sacramento. It still gets to 40 degrees. I'll take it over 8 back in Jersey. So, Joseph Sirianni, thanks for joining us here as well. But
Eagles
I'm a hater. I would love to visit San Francisco one day, but I do hear the weather is really nice, especially now in the winter time, because you do get kind of all 4 seasons, so enjoy.
Yes.
And, you know, again, at least there's no snow.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we get...
Sign Blair Walsh.
Oh, the kicker. The kicker, you think we should? I mean, I just saw a report today that, according to the Cowboys staff, it looks like Dan Bailey's going to be perfectly okay for the season. They're not really worried about him being off. They think it was just still the hampered hamstring and the issues there, but you know, we have to really see him on the field. I want to see him again before I can say something like that. Like I'm a little worried.
To hear how he's been kicking first, maybe in like training camp or something.
Exactly. We have to wait a little bit to see when he comes back.
He's fine.
Yeah, come back with a fresh head, fresh mind,
and a fresh leg.
And a fresh leg. Yes, that's
so. Cowboys Abroad, thanks for joining us here as well. What's up with you? So yeah, rainy day in California. Man. Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain later this week here. So pretty much back to normal.
Yeah, but then it's gonna get chillier again, which is I'm looking forward to it as always. Yes, but unfortunately.
And guys, if you are here joining us for the first time, or if you've been here for a few minutes, make sure to hit like on the stream. It really does help us out. And most of you are subscribed, but if you haven't, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get the notifications when we go live. We bring you guys the updates on the Cowboys every day, and of course, these other wonderful sport reaction discussions, interactions with you
events,
guys, so.
whenever it comes up, if we're able to. Nick Folk, no, Nick Folk already. See, that's the thing I was saying about the disease of Nick Folk. You know, like that. What happened to him? He was a very good kicker. I would say a great kicker for us for those years for a while, and then all of a sudden, he had the injury. Came back out, never was the same again, and it's not like it's just a short time for the Cowboys. We actually got rid of him, and then other teams picked him up, and it was the same thing over and over and over again, up until Tampa, where he won the kicking job against Aguayo, the high picked Tampa Bay rookie that they drafted last year, 2 years ago, and he had a horrible first season. This year he played like what? He didn't even play. I don't think he made the cut. Yeah, he only got a preseason game or two, and they just cut him. Nick Folk was the winner of that, and then he was cut a couple weeks later. So, yeah, we hope that's not Dan Bailey's future. Now they're back in the game here at 1st and 10 on the 20 for Alabama. They're in the white away uniforms. They're because they're lesser ranked. That's why they are the away team today, guys. But I technically think that they're going to be the ones that are really the ones that are the favorites. Vegas odds going their way. Yeah. They have. I mean, we're watching two players specifically for the Dallas Cowboys on Alabama, and that's number 20, I think 29, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Okay. That's on defense, and on offense, Calvin Ridley, number 3.
Wide receiver, right?
Yeah. Somebody you want to look into in case. I mean, we don't necessarily want to get these guys, but this is what we're hearing that the Cowboys are looking towards. So let's see here, guys. We're trying to see.
And then Almighty Clay, thanks for joining us here today.
You were first today.
We are rooting for Georgia.
Yes, and again, it's not a group thing. It just happens to be we're both rooting for Georgia. I mean, there's family there that live in the state. There's a lot of I
like to root for the underdog.
Yeah, we kind of said that. Yeah,
and again, even though Alabama, is technically supposed to be the underdog because you said they're
ranked, they're ranked 4th. That's why they're in their away uniforms in a way. So
let me see. Are the linebackers from these teams Cowboy worthy? So
Roquan Smith from Georgia,
number 3. Right, he's the one that we're really looking at, and again, he's the one that a few Cowboy fans were saying they were upset.
So right now, I mean, it's hard to tell here, but our stream's not going for a while. He's somewhere in the middle there, linebacker. It jumped, so we missed it. Let's see. I think that's him over there. That one is a linebacker, and he's a fast, hard-hitting linebacker, can cover too as well. So again, I don't see him in this play, so that means he was covering, which is great. I mean, that's the kind of guy I think we should trade up for as the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, and again, had we lost that game to Seattle, possibly, we might have been able to have a better chance to get him, because at 19, he's not going to be there, but at 15?
No, maybe not either. I would say they had to trade up higher than that to secure him.
So, and again, with all the extra draft picks that the Cowboys have right now, now's the time.
Out of the Cowboys' 10 draft picks, 5 of them land in the 4th and 5th rounds. So you're looking at, at a team that has the possibility to wrap those middle round picks, which are hard for the Jerry Jones crew, Will McClay crew to let go of. You know, it's hard for them to let go of those mid, because that's where they find their cheapest value. And that's what Jerry Jones
more
likes.
For their buck,
basically. But it's a risk. It's a big risk. Now, someone like Roquan Smith, who every analyst, every expert, you can look around anywhere you want, have rated this guy as being an impact linebacker, the best in the draft. In my opinion, if you have a chance to get him at 12, 11, 10. 13, what I'm saying? If you have a chance, go for it if the Cowboys are there. Now, I think that would just solidify an already, youthful but upward trending defense. And you can see that we ended up pretty much 8th in every category, every major category on defense. Points allowed, I think we were 11th. Everything else was 8th. Even passing, I think, was 8th. I mean, it was or 11th, something like that. The point is that we were almost a top 10 defense this year. just learning with these new guys.
So I'm excited to see what
injuries
comes
crazy, suspension crazy, you know, and the defense was hit hard this year. And, you know, I think if we get these rookies in, Roquan Smith, Jalen Smith moving, you know, he's trending better as well.
Yeah.
And,
all the Smiths.
and then you have the two injured, you know, the two starters, which is Hitchens, which we need to re-sign. I've discussed that multiple times on here, but he was a 4th round pick. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's how you know, the Cowboys are looking to trade these 4th rounders, these 4th round picks, and try to get someone like Roquan Smith who will make an instant impact. I think the Cowboys should do something like that, or at least really give it a good thought. I'm sure they are.
So, and again, we'll find out soon enough. But Joseph Sirianni said, MCF, I can't believe we agree on something. This is a first. Go Georgia. So
exactly.
There you go. You see, even Eagle fans.
We can all come together eventually.
Cowboys fans, yes. So. Let me see. So I'm a hater. Said I've only been to San Francisco once, and I had to be picked up from the airport. All right, and then Giants need linebackers. So yeah, again, you guys are at a much better position. Again, since you guys have the second pick, I don't know who they're like. I mean,
they need offensive linemen.
That's
what you guys need. You guys, you can't even go forward without that. Obviously, even with a healthy defense, you guys were behind every game because of their offensive mistakes.
Linebacker for their second pick. Or, I mean, offensive lineman?
Yes, I think offensive lineman is where they're going to trend to, assuming there's anybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Like if the best guy is a second round pick, then they might wait to the second round to get him. But I think someone like
they might not go for a quarterback.
I mean, possibly. I mean that's a possibility.
I'm just saying I don't know what they're going to do as far as, you know, like free agency or other things. Yeah. They might try to work on their line that way, and then again, you know,
I think you have
start to look for it. When are they going to have another chance to possibly get, again, another high value or supposedly high value quarterback? Because, again, that's either trading a lot of things to try and get a high draft pick because you're assuming you did well next season, or having another crappy season and hoping for a good draft pick. You know, like I'm just saying, like if obviously they're saying Eli Manning, but realistically in the back of their minds, I feel like maybe they're not quite thinking Eli Manning. So I don't know. That's just me. Giants fans, I'm a hater especially. Let me know what you think.
I don't know. It depends if they're a good quarterback to be drafted
thanks
first.
For joining us here. Glad to have you. Glad we can talk some Cowboys
I know
while
it must
you're
be
here.
Opposite time frame. You must be in the middle of the day right now.
Yep, back to work. And then so 1st and 10, guys. 6 minutes and 53 seconds left for Georgia. And
so we want to keep an eye on. I think number 29. He's a safety. I think he played cornerback last year. His name is Minkah Fitzpatrick. On the Alabama defense. So let me double check that. I'm pretty sure. I think he's back. He's going back to work. There. Yeah. Okay. So and by the way, guys, again, like Fiance said a little earlier, if you haven't yet, hit that like button. Hit if you're new, hit subscribe. The liking button here helps the channel, guys. When people are searching for it, whatever, they find us and maybe subscribe and become part of my Cowboys family. So we do daily videos as you've explained as well, baby. And here comes Georgia running. I think that's Nick Chubb.
Nope, they stopped him there. I just jumped on top of the pile.
Yeah.
Oh. So let me see. Buddy Johnson said Lorenzo Carter is 6'6", 245 pounds, outside linebacker and defensive end.
For this in this game here?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me know what school or what number he is if he's playing in this game, because again, sounds scary. I don't know if I'd want someone like that running at me.
I have to look at. I have to see. I mean, it's hard to tell.
Here,
let us know what number he is, and we can. And what's his name? Johnson.
Lorenzo Carter.
Have to see.
Tampa Bay Gaming. That's funny. He said he still calls Matt Ryan Choke Ryan to this day.
Ooh,
and
first
they got
down.
the first. Nice.
Now I'm just trying to still find where this Fitzpatrick guy, because I heard he was injured, a kidney injury or some kind of back injury, but he said he was going to play. I don't know if he's playing this game. But I don't know if his numbers changed or not. I have to kind of check on that, guys. Let me see if there's any other Cowboy news, because those are the three guys. Roquan Smith, linebacker, Georgia. Minkah Fitzpatrick, defensive back, Alabama. And Calvin Ridley, receiver from Alabama. Ridley's number 3 on Alabama. Roquan Smith is number 3 on the defense. And I think Fitzpatrick is 29, but I don't know. I guess maybe that's
another
him there.
Nice run.
29. Good tackle, though. See, I'm watching the way 29 tackled there. Did a really good job there on that. He didn't wrap. I didn't like that part, but he took him out, and he got another yard over him.
Yeah.
But he was going to go down. It was a great textbook kind of angle, but the tackle part he didn't wrap, which he should have done.
I mean, I will say that's one big difference, I think, in college and NFL that you definitely see. Like, the guys in college tend to hit more. They don't wrap their arms as much.
In what? In the NFL?
In college.
Oh, yeah, in college.
Like,
They do less. They're
just,
still learning to do that on a regular basis.
And again, I understand. Ooh, another big stop by Alabama there.
Run game-wise, guys, this Nick Chubb, I know he's one of the guys we've heard talked about and stuff, and he has played well. I think he got helped them win that game last game.
Alabama's either letting this guy get 5-10 yards or none. So it's weird because he keeps making these 4 or 5.
Well, the first down was not by him, but again, I don't know if that was Chubb or not. Chubb is 27.
No, it was him.
Was that 27? Okay,
yeah.
All right. But Bama seems to have a pretty decent run defense. I don't know if that's accurate
Georgia's
or not.
number 7 is Lorenzo Carter.
Carter, okay, number 7, Georgia. Okay, so I'll keep that as 2 defense. Oh, he went off.
Yep.
Georgia went off. Now,
are they saying it's Georgia
number 2 jumped over the line on Alabama first. I don't know what the rule is exactly. If that's going to.
And then I'm a hater said. Well, wait. Let's.
He caused them to go off sides. There you go.
You're right. Okay, so I'm a hater said yes, but I don't want to use it on offensive linemen. I want them to draft them later on. I don't want the Giants. Let me see. I don't want the Giants quarterback. We drafted Davis Webb. I want to draft Saquon Barkley, running back. I think that's his name. Actually, that's a good point.
No,
if you guys get yourselves a decent running back,
well, again, I think everybody's jumping the gun here. I think if there is an offensive lineman, and I'm telling you this as a Dallas Cowboy fan who knows about the importance of having offensive linemen,
and who wants the Giants to do badly, but. Right?
No,
in a general sense.
No. You guys got me read wrong, guys, today. Everybody's got me off today. The Giants, if they want to truly win in the future, they need to go for, right now, they have Eli Manning. They could probably go another year or 2, and yes, I do think they're going to start him because the owner wants him in there. And in the end, the owner makes the deal, the last call. And he called McAdoo out and fired. So, obviously, the GM is cleaning house with guys that are kind of acting up. Eli Apple is getting a chance. But the other linemen, some linemen were cut because they would, and my point is they have bad linemen already. That was their weakness in their whole entire team. Giants have another couple years with Eli at most. So if there's no real quarterback prospect and there's nobody who's really an impact player, even if you get a running back, the best one there, he's not going to do crap.
If you don't have a line that'll help him.
Not going to do crap. He's not going to do crap. So you got to go line. If there's no good quality, nice catch by Georgia, first down. Nice catch and run after. But if you want to truly build your team, you have maybe one good lineman on there. I'm not even sure, but that's worth keeping. But there's not, from what I've seen of the Giants, they are garbage on the front line, and that stops their entire team. Their defense is pretty good. The management seems to mean business out there. You know what I'm saying? By heads are rolling basically on the team.
Yeah, I mean, this guy came in and
coaches, players, everything. Yeah, and what I'm thinking for the Giants, if there is a first round prospect offensive lineman, center guard or tackle. If I was the Giants, that'd be I'd try to key on that. Yeah, that would be my key. And then if you do that and you succeed with this guy, you got a piece. Maybe later on in the draft you get another lineman. And then in the second round you get whatever guy you want. What was a running back or a quarterback or something that's worth at that pick. But I would see where all the other pieces fall. I would. Oh, there's Fitzpatrick. No, that's not Fitzpatrick. That's 28. Great blitz there by 28.
Just Some Bread, thanks for joining us
Just
here.
Some Bread in the house.
And Tampa Bay Gaming said, I was surprised when Pitt beat number 2 Miami. The Battle of Texas will happen next year. Houston Texans versus Dallas Cowboys. And then I'm a hater. Let me know, let us know what you think about what my fiance said as far as, what you got to do. So, and guys, if you are joining us here for the first time, make sure to hit like, make sure to hit subscribe. So 3rd and 20
daily videos, guys. Daily videos. Don't forget.
After that sack.
Yes, 3rd and 20, and
just about midfield. A little.
It's big. Yeah, I mean it's a minute 41 and ticking.
They wasted a lot of time with this.
No, they're running on purpose here. They're running the ball out so they can. Woo, man! Whoa! Wow!
Are you sure they marked that right?
Mike, I think someone marked it wrong because that first line was like 10 yards away.
It was at 10 yards. I don't know, guys.
Either way, he got it. If he didn't step out of bounds.
Yeah.
And what a play that was! Wow. Number 1.
They thought he was gonna pass. Let me see.
Yeah, but that was the speed of getting that corner.
See the other view.
Wow.
I mean, it looks like the ref called
they gotta hurry it.
that last part.
Snap it. Nah, see, they're reviewing it. Wow, that's a big play right there. Okay, so they call him out on the 26th.
And again,
they call him out on the 26th, but we'll see if he stepped out before that, and if it is, it's not a first down. This is the angle
that'll show it. He's still
good.
in.
You can't miss this from here. Wow, what a stop in midair! Like he had to stop his body. From
millimeters.
Right there.
Okay, there. Yeah, so
26.
And again,
that is a 26.
Yeah,
that's
again,
correct.
The ref called it right. So.
Beautiful call. I wish the NFL refs in the playoffs could have learned something from this.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
so
the
hater said the Giants' O-line only played good once all year, and it was week 17 against the Redskins.
Yeah,
when
you can't really put much into
Bobby
that.
Hart and benched Eric Flowers, but I still want to draft linemen later on in the draft. And again,
I mean,
I
understand what you're saying.
Let's see what they actually end up doing, because honestly, you never know. We won't know until they draft, or until we, kind of see how a few more other things shake out. Because again, it doesn't sound like they're making too many other big changes as far as players. Again, Eli Apple's getting another chance, but it sounds like the offensive line is the part that really needs revamping.
No,
and their running game,
true.
and their running game. So I'll give you that one. I'm a hater.
And by the way,
their running game needs major.
By the way, guys, just so you know, real quick, the real national champions, right there, guys. For all you guys watching, I want you to know the true national champions of college football, right there. I said it. That's right. Now, somebody else here we have, guys. No?
Yeah,
come on in.
No. In just a minute. So, yes, guys, the UCF Knights.
You know that's who we're rooting for. You know it, guys. 13-0. Don't forget that. All right? And, we'll never get a true chance to play the big leagues because of the way things are set up for the money. But anyways, we have a new person here on the couch. Boom! Little G in the house.
Little G, how you doing?
Good.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
Georgia.
Georgia what?
Georgia Bulldogs.
Boom! Dropping the bombs.
There you go.
Good job. Yes.
What do you think the final score will be? So, and again, so far for a whole first quarter, still 0-0. So. What do you think the final score will be?
Probably 20s, maybe.
Like 20, 21?
Yeah.
Georgia winning?
Close game or blowout?
I think close game.
All right,
close game.
Good.
So,
right.
yeah, I think this game will end up between 3 points.
The winner of this.
The way they're playing right now, it's going to be like a field goal could make that game, which is why I said that earlier missed field goal.
Yeah, it could cost them.
Remember that.
Now, I'm going to say this. This is for who is going to be titled national champion, but do you know who the real national champion team is, Little G? You know who the real national champion team is going to be?
The UCF Knights.
Damn right. Yes, right there on your screen, guys.
I like being a knight.
Yeah. Dun 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 dun.
So Buddy Johnson said, let me see. Y'all think we could get both Roquan Smith and Lorenzo Carter? Doubtful. If they're both as good as,
I mean, it depends. It's second round, maybe. But, I mean, again, you're talking about 2 linebackers? You can use them at defensive end, then maybe.
Well, that's the thing. The Lorenzo Carter is an outside linebacker and defensive end. So, again, I see us getting him more than Roquan Smith, if anything, because he...
Again, I think in the NFL, in college, he might be playing that, but in the NFL, he won't be able to play defensive line. He's too small then. And that's the thing. I got a little see him better. What number is he? 7? Woo!
Yeah.
Number 7?
Oh!
Or 47?
He's number 7.
Okay.
For Georgia. So, and let me see. I'm a hater said, by the way, Dad, can you repeat what you said? I didn't hear. I was too focused on typing my comment.
Which one? About what?
I think about the Giants in general, real quick. And then he said, we really need offensive linemen and linebackers. I'll take Barkley. Maybe we'll have a 3-headed monster with Darkwall, Barkley, and Gallman.
I don't know. I mean, again, I said you should concentrate based on the Cowboys and my experiences of watching the way they drafted and built their offensive line. You guys do not. That's your biggest weakness is offensive line. If there is an impact offensive lineman, you must get him first if you're a Giants fan, if you're a Giants organization. In my opinion, now, if there's no impact tackle, top quality first pick, then I agree. Then you can go other routes. I'm not really sure. Then you go linebacker, you go, running back. But I would try to focus on linemen, offensive linemen. And again, maybe the second round it suits them better for the Giants. I don't know. I don't know how it falls for you guys. I'm not, Voch Lombardi or any analysts that do the draft stuff. I'm just learning about it now, kind of. And I can freely admit that. Now, one of our good friends on here who is a Georgia fan, and I know he's rooting hard for the Bulldogs tonight. But so we're rooting with you. He's going to help us out on this channel here and give us a really good breakdown of what the Cowboy picks and the players that can be picked in front of the Cowboys. Probably he'll have some reasoning for that as well. And you know, I'm going to ask a bunch of questions because I'm learning, and we're going to learn together, guys. So expect that maybe sometime this week or next week, sometime around this time. There will be a special coming soon for that, guys. But yeah, and I'm excited to learn about it. You know, but I want to kind of get through, you know, this championship game here tonight.
Yes.
I want to get through, you know, another playoff weekend maybe. You know, we'll see. This week maybe we'll go into that, you know, later in the week about the draft situation for the Cowboys.
And thank you so much for that comment, Just Some Bread. Appreciate it. Thanks
What did he say?
For supporting. Said this channel is one of my favorites.
Awesome.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
So DJ
We like
Crown
bread
J
too.
in the house. What's
Crown
up,
J,
DJ Crown J?
Crown J.
How you doing?
What's
and
up?
Let me see. David Cole, thanks for joining us. And Cruzan26, thanks for joining us.
Yes, Giant
as well.
fan. A Giant. He's always cruising around.
No, he said
But,
you guys
hey.
need a QB.
Who, the Cowboys?
Or the Giants.
Who said that?
Cruzan.
Yeah, he's talking about us, the Cowboys. And
I think you need a quarterback.
yeah, well, I do think you guys need a quarterback, but I think they can still weather the storm.
it out.
I think we are still. I think with Dak Prescott, you know, it's easy. First year, everyone's saying he's the MVP, and the next year, everyone's saying he should be out. And I know Cruzen's a Giant fan, but my point is that as far as Dak is concerned, and I said this before, give him another. You know, it's not giving him another chance. If you're gonna stick with this guy, you drafted him. You gotta let him develop. You gotta give him 3 years, 4 years total. So you got 2 in, 1 good, 1 bad. Let's see if the game plan change. If it was a quote today I had read that the Cowboys had said, and I think it was Stephen Jones. Let me see here. He said he wants to make the position, the team Dak friendly. Is that? And again, my question is, where has that been? Of course, we want to make it Dak friendly. That's what you should have done this past season.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe in season 4 you open it up for him, but not after one great season. He had one great historic season, record-breaking season, as a rookie quarterback.
So, but again, exactly what does that mean to make it Dak friendly? Someone mentioned before that he used to play with 4 receivers in Mississippi. So does that mean, you know, again, having more? It's scary, but not necessarily.
That means more running by him then.
Or again, someone like Rico Gathers, who you know can hopefully improve on the blocking, but is kind of a blocking, passing tight end, someone that we might be able to, kind of use.
We're gonna have Blake Jarwin stepping in probably for James Hanna, who will probably be cut for the $3 million he's going to open up on the salary cap. So and of course Rico is also going to be another expected member of the tight end group. So that's 4 tight ends we have, which we might even draft a 5th one in sometime in the 4th or 5th round in this draft. But
but again, it's.
I know what you're saying, and again, we don't know which way he's going to go. Does that mean more running or more passing? So it's saying here that Stephen Jones said that since the season has ended this past week, that the Cowboys have discussed how to make Dallas's offense more Dak Prescott friendly. Quote, everybody here is all in terms of their belief in Dak and that he can be a great player in this league and will be. And I can't disagree with that. Ooh, nice run. 3 yards by Chubb, probably. Number 27. If that's, nope, not 27. I don't know. Mickens.
So Micah. I guess they'll have to go for the field goal here.
Yep. So anyways, yeah, so this is you know, this is the mindset at Dallas camp. Stephen Jones said a couple interesting things, by the way, guys. Let me say, I'll also wait after this kick and the commercial. I'll hit you with this important interview he had with for the Cowboys. That really is telling on a lot of things. And guys, as you know, above us here is our donation bar, weekly leaderboard. And I just want to give a big congratulations and thank you to DJ Crown J for winning last week's again, 3rd straight week. And the kick is up. And the kick is good.
It's good. Georgia gets the first points of the night.
Yay.
Bringing them
3-0.
Exactly.
Go Georgia.
So, and of course, to start off this second quarter, 14 minutes and 14 seconds still left. So, little G, let me see. I was going to ask you a question. Oh, I remember. So, since we were talking about the Giants and Eli Manning, do you think that the Giants should get rid of Eli Manning now? Or should they, keep Eli Manning for another year or 2 and see if he can get him through?
I think they should get another quarterback now.
Yeah. So, yeah, even little G.
No, I will say this.
Eli, so
I will say this. If in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round there is a quarterback that has,
potential,
developmental potential, kind of like a Dak Prescott, something like that. Yeah, I would take a risk with that.
Yeah,
why not?
And again,
kind of what the Cowboys did with Romo.
Maybe that is what they'll do, because that way, like you said, Eli another year or 2, they can take the time to develop this quarterback. So by the time Eli is done, they're not just throwing.
That's why you wait for that in the later rounds.
True.
So you don't get the first pick unless you have like a Wentz out there or a Folk out there. Not a Folk, but what's the guy from Goff?
Since they're getting the second pick, I don't know what kind of offensive linemen are really
Correct. No, you're right.
At that spot.
So you want to go for impact.
Depends on what exactly. What
But
kind of
Roquan is too high up for that.
Yeah.
According to the analysts, is that Roquan Smith at number 2? Is that where they're picking the Giants? Is that what you said?
Yeah, they're number 2, right?
I don't know what seed they are. They've won 2 games, 3 games.
Yeah, I think they're. I think they're second pick, but Giants fans let me know. I'm pretty sure they're second pick.
They're one of the top couple picks, and Roquan Smith is not expected to go that high.
Yeah.
So there's other players where there's defensive ends, defensive tackles, and again, I don't think the Giants need that. So now, this is a commercial. Let me try to.
Here, give us just a second.
Yeah,
so as an Eagles fan, keep Manning, please. I love it.
Me too. I want Manning there because I think he makes too many mistakes to make up for the good stuff. But
yeah, well, I'm a hater agrees with you. And Elijah Johnson, thanks for joining us. What about them Texans again? How about the Cowboys?
So here's the thing, guys. One thing to consider about the Cowboys quarterback position, quarterback coach position. I want to talk about something that Stephen Jones said, but it's about the fact that it's not secure yet, 100%. That and not yet retired, Kellen Moore is going to be the quarterback coach of the Cowboys. So here it says here, one thing to consider about the quarterback coach position, whoever fills that role, Dak still has the offensive coordinator, which is Scott Linehan, and a head coach, of course, Jason Garrett, who played at that position at a college and pro level. He always has had plenty of resources in that regard, and that is true. But we're just hoping that since Moore's Kellen Moore's brain for quarterbacking is where the specialty lies, not in his execution. We know it's not there. Stephen Jones did officially confirm though that Kellen Moore is a candidate for the quarterback coaching job, but he also adds that the decision has not been finalized. They plan on meeting with him in the coming days to see if it can work out. But guys, it's pretty much in.
It seems extremely likely.
Right.
Again, like you said, he's one of Linehan's guys. They've always liked him a lot at the Cowboys.
Yeah, and again, people ask how important is a quarterback coach, to the team, to the quarterback. They have a direct line to the quarterback on mechanics, just like any other position coach, where they work with them on how to throw the ball better, how to maximize certain things about their throw, their stance, those kind of things. Those are the specifics about it. Here's some things that Stephen Jones said today on 105.3 The Fan. All right, we want to do everything we can to keep Anthony Hitchens.
And that's a relief to hear.
All right, so that's I'm happy to hear that. Let's hope it follows through because I think we broke it down how there's ways that we can keep him and more people if we do 4 cuts, no restructures, and to re-sign, extension for Zach Martin, and of course, if we do franchise tag DeMarcus Lawrence, that's one way. But if we don't, we can even open up more space if we sign him long term. But I don't trust that yet. We won't get into that right now.
All right, so 1st and 10 here for Alabama. And they
about
ran
3
the ball
yards.
for about 3-4 yards there.
So let's see here. 103 The Fan, Stephen Jones on Jalen Smith. I think we got a lot out of Jalen this season. We probably did get too aggressive with him at times. Our guys are confident he's going to make a huge jump next year, and I agree with that. As long as he stays healthy, he's going to be all right.
Someone's hurt.
51 from Georgia got
Small?
hurt. Can't see it.
Can't quite tell, guys, but...
Shaw? I don't know. Can't see.
Yeah, either way, guys, number 51 from Georgia is hurt. Let me see. TJ Wittenbach, thanks for joining us here. And Meme Nation, if you want to check out some of our older videos, we have our opinion on the whole Ezekiel Elliott situation.
Yeah.
But long story short, the NFL overexerted its power to make itself look good in general about domestic violence against someone that was found to be, there wasn't even enough evidence to bring charges against him, and evidence was reviewed by 2 separate police forces and cases, and
dropped by the prosecution as well, because she was the woman was
discredited
multiple different ways, the different things she wanted to do by setting him up. It was everything but her saying I'm setting him up in all her texts and things, which are open information for everybody. And we've posted it on our Twitter account, so if you want to follow us there, you can get that information through there.
So, but that's pretty much it. Let me see. So Elijah Johnson said, coming hard next year, watch out, them Texans, we need a running back. So, I mean, again, I don't watch the Texans.
We play you guys this year.
What's going on, but I know that your defense is scary. So
now I'm looking here, guys. Stephen Jones said that the Cowboys have not looked into their needs this offseason. They've been focusing on their coaching staff up to this point. So just so you guys know, it was first getting the
coaches right.
It was first getting the exiting the players properly and healthy, We know Irving's still having concussion issues, but we know that Rico is fine with his concussion. Those two things are good, you know, and we're still figuring out what's going on in Cooper's injury at the end of the year. Everything else looks okay for all the other players. But then when they went out, the coaches were next to be focused on as far as who's staying, who's going. And you saw a whole bunch of guys going or probably going, and a bunch of guys coming in or probably coming in. So that's how that's kind of unfolding. And then what was the other? I lost track there for a second.
Oh well, no. So they're looking at the coaches, and then they're going to
and then
evaluate
now,
the players and figure out who's going to stay. And again, Dak-friendly teams. So I guess that's the first. I know, but it's definitely the first clue as to who they're looking at. You know, maybe keeping, maybe letting go of. Personally, I have a bad feeling about Bryce Butler.
Yeah, I think everybody's
getting closer and closer to me. I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Stephen Jones said something on Will McClay. That's important. Will McClay. We guys all know everything was said at first. He was gonna be gone, and you know, going to Houston. Then he said he's not going anywhere. And then they said that no, he never said that. He actually said directly saying that that hasn't officially accepted or declined an interview with Houston because he hasn't been offered one yet.
Yeah.
And when he does, if he does, he'll decide at that point and be fair on both teams. Today, Stephen Jones said on Will McClay at 105.3, The Fan, he said, quote, "All indications that I can see is that he's going to be here." Boom. That's great news. Yeah. Even though it's not 100% official, just keep in mind, all the signs are pointing to yes, he's staying. Will McClay is going to stay. So
and again,
that's
I
great.
think that's really good news.
That's like a big free agent pickup. Believe it or not.
So I want to catch up with some of the comments here real quick. Let me see. Boomer Sooner, thanks for joining us here, Boomer. Alabama would beat the Sheagles. And then D. Will, thanks for joining us. Will Dallas win a Super Bowl again? Of course. I mean, it's just a matter of time. And then DJ Crown J said, channel done. First video drops this weekend. Link to channel when I win for a 4th week straight. So challenge accepted, DJ Crown J. Make sure to email us with your information.
Yes. By the way, guys, I have
the channel.
Yeah, guys. We have first and foremost, DJ Crown J. You got to get us the info for the link. Give us all the information so we can advertise it for you right down here. You are the donation weekly winner, as we announced earlier in this show, I guess. So send us the information so you can get your wristbands as well, guys. Anybody who donates $10 hit while throwing. That looks like hit the ground. Hit the ground.
Did it? Okay, yeah.
So guys, everybody who
I thought he actually caught it. It looked super close.
It was close. Listen, anybody who donates $10 or more to the channel, you can do it through Super Chat right here, or you can do it through Patreon, PayPal. Some people have done it through. So guys, it's a wristband here of my Cowboys family. Let me show you real quick.
That's right. And we are going to have some exclusive Patreon-only content. It should be up at some point this weekend, guys. Definitely bear with us as we continue to work on that. We had a lot of things going on this past weekend as well. Family in town. So.
We did a lot of nice
Alabama is
streams. Yeah, they're punting. We did a lot of streams this week. We're going to do it again. Try to do our best to do as much of these playoff games as possible. Because we're watching it anyways, and we're going to comment about it. Ooh, what a hit. Blocking the back, though.
Blocking the back? Are you sure it wasn't a chop block or the block below the...
No, I don't know. Maybe it was. I didn't see that.
I don't know. It kind of looked like it was a little low, but
the tackle is not a block. So
no, sorry.
Yeah, it could be if he's going for his knees, but it looks like it was. I thought it might have been. Oh, George is upset with the player for doing something.
Maybe they ran into the kicker.
Could have been a block in the back or
punter.
I don't know, holding. I don't know. We'll see.
Kicker.
12:52, guys.
Cowboys X Factor, thanks for joining us here as well.
Cowboys X Factor in the house. There you go.
You're right.
So all you guys watching and here, just remember and keep in mind, thank you all for, and again, I got to shout out two people, special, aside from DJ Crown J from being our champion again, I have to shout out two of our current leaders here on the Super Chat, guys. Slim Shady, once again,
that's right.
donated through Patreon. I mean through PayPal, and currently is getting this shit. Make sure you send us your information, Slim Shady. Get that to us as soon as possible. And also through PayPal, Johnny Boy, and he also is eligible for one of these because it was over 10. So thank you for those donations, guys. And as you can see, that's it for the week so far. It just started today. Boom.
G has his on.
Yeah, it just started today, guys, for the new week. DJ Crown J,
right.
you know, gets his. The winners not only get, of course, if you get this, you probably got, you probably went over $10. So, but you also get to advertise whatever you like on your, whether it's a channel, whether it's a business, whatever you like for us
If you're
for a
an
week.
Eagles fan, the Eagles.
That would suck. That would be really hard to put allow an Eagle to
it
write
would stink, but we
disparaging
do it.
messages down there. But I can't. I don't know. That's something I have to wait and see how disparaging it is.
Okay, let's just see. Let's just see what happens.
Interesting though. You just gave a lot of Eagle fans a lot of
back to
ideas.
back. And then, so Anthony Hitchens. So like my fiance said earlier, Stephen Jones did say that they are going to do whatever it takes to keep Hitch. So
with the Cowboys,
to keep him with the Cowboys. I'm positive. I'm hopeful.
Listen, here's the thing. About $20 million is going to be open, as we've said. I said this multiple times, and I know a lot of you new guys in here right now. About $20 million is open right now for the Cowboys as we enter 2018. That's without cutting anybody, without releasing anybody. Just that's the number right now. And out of that 20, 17 at the most is going to be used for DeMarcus Lawrence if we have to franchise tag him. 15 to 17 million. So we only have 3 to 5 million open. 3 million has gone to David Irving with a second round tender. Nobody's going to take him and pay, and pay. The Cowboys can match any offer is basically what it comes down to, and we're not going to let him go for a second rounder as of right now, unless there's an issue with his concussion, and that's a later thing to be discussed about. But $3 million for him, and let's just say 17 for DeMarcus Lawrence. Now, if we sign DeMarcus Lawrence to a long-term contract, which I don't believe we should right now, but if we did, we can then maybe move it down to a $6 or $7 million contract instead of a $15 to $17 million contract, which then opens up more space. But I'm going worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So 20 million gone. Because now you have David Irving, no concussion, he's good to go, and you have DeMarcus Lawrence, 1 year franchise tag.
Yeah.
Let's just say it goes that way, guys. We have no money now. So Zach Martin, we have to re-sign him. Now he has 1 year left on his contract. He's hitting us with over $9 million, $9.3 million on the contract right now. Mm-hmm. So that's for this year on the salary cap. If we sign him, and we will sign him for a long-term deal to finish out his career here playing games in Dallas, he has not one penalty this year, by the way, guys. Zach Martin. But if we do sign him long-term, which we will, give him an extension, then we can restructure that contract and only hit about $5 million probably this year. Mm-hmm. Now we're saving $4 million. Now we have about $4 or $5 million open from that contract.
All right, guys, let's get back to this Alabama-Georgia game. So 1st and 10. 12 minutes and 45 seconds left. And for all of you guys who are here, please make sure to hit like on the stream. It does help out our channel. Make sure to subscribe and let us know if you are rooting for Georgia or if you're rooting for Alabama.
Faux show. We're going for Georgia.
Yes.
And honestly, I'm rooting for Georgia as a friend of ours that's a Georgia fan. But also, oh, look at this trick play. The quarterback went out there. The running back is the quarterback.
Really?
Yeah. It's a wildcat. And all that trickery for 4 yards. But hey, it works.
4 or 5, I mean.
Yeah.
You got them 4 or 5 yards.
Because what happened if they didn't do that? Maybe.
Well, they were a little bit confused there. But then, anyways, I haven't explained yet. With Zach Martin, that's 3 guys signed, and we have $4 or $5 million open on the salary cap. And then if we cut Skandrick, Benson Mayowa, James Hanna, and Tyrone Crawford, that's $14 million on top of that. Now you got almost $20 million again. You can sign Hitchens to a long-term deal and get him for $5 or $6 million. Again, that same kind of restructuring deal that we did with Zach Martin. There's the quarterback running it for the first.
Nice.
Georgia first.
Yep.
So yeah, guys. So that's the way you keep DeMarcus Lawrence, David Irving, Zach Martin, and then with the $20 million you have about open there. And you remember too, guys. I'm adding in there the $4 to $10 million that the NFL is going to give all the teams in the NFL. They give them always an increase. There's always an increment increase in the salary cap for every team. That's about $4 to $10 million. Let's just say it gives us enough to make $20 million at that point. If we want to restructure, we said we signed Hitchens for $5. 5 in the beginning, and as he gets to the end of his career, it's probably 13.
Yeah.
But if we do that, this year coming up, we get him for 5. We still have 15 open on the salary cap, and then on top of that, guys, we still can restructure contracts. Now, the one contract we cannot restructure is Tyron Smith. Cannot restructure him. But Des Bryant, Travis Frederick, Sean Lee, those guys, if we restructure them, easily $17 million open. All right? And then Dan Bailey Witten, you can even maybe restructure them. I wouldn't. I would try to limit the restructuring as much as possible. But if you want another 15 to 17 million open, on top of the 15, you could get 30 million open after signing Hitchens, Zach Martin, Irving, and Lawrence.
Nope.
Just saying. Cowboy fans. We got a shot to got these guys. And if you got 30 million open after all that, if you restructure contracts and make those cuts, Scandrick is about $1.5 million. Mayo is almost 3. Hannah's 3 million, and Crawford's over 7 million. That's 14 million total. You do that and restructure another 17 on top. Right there, guys, you can get Hitchens, no problem. Zach Martin, no problem. Irving, no problem. Lawrence, no problem. And Bryce Butler, which is the one you want, and I don't want to miss him either. I think he has a good future. So, and other guys, you can get a good, solid veteran left tackle. So, you know what I'm saying, guys? There's a lot of options for the Cowboys, more than we realize and understand.
So 3rd and 8.
I'll keep breaking it down every day if I have to. Let's see here, guys. Yep, 3rd and 8. Beautiful. Hold on to the ball. Switch hands.
Nice.
First down on the 30-yard line. In Alabama territory.
And again, he was wide open. So Chris Plumage, thanks for joining us. He said, do incentive-based contracts hit the cap or just guaranteed?
I think it does hit the cap. I'm not 100% sure about that. That's a great question. Great question.
So Buddy Johnson said Ridley is Calvin Ridley's brother.
Oh, really? Ridley is the guy we're looking at. And again, is that?
Yeah, number 7 from Georgia.
Yeah, but
there
look,
you go,
number
Ryan
8.
Ridley. There you go.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice play.
Again, that almost was a loss. Turn that out.
Very nice play.
Nothing. So.
A sack, actually.
And then DJ Crown Day said, "Oh, Slim Shady's number 1. Congrats for now." Evil laughter. So,
That's
and
funny.
yeah, Cowboys X Factor. We'll definitely check out that call-in. And guys, we're working on, again, always making things, make our channel great. As always. Our channel's still great, I hope.
We always try to keep
we're going to try to get better, guys. And yes, call-in shows. And, right now, we try to get at least one video out a day. But, man, when something like this is happening, we definitely stream. But then we got to put all our efforts to that. So, in a way, this is like our only video of the day, obviously.
Yeah.
The thing is that...
We're still always going to give you guys the Cowboy news, and if there's ever any breaking news on the Cowboys,
that's a nice run.
We're here, so make sure to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on when we go live.
Yeah, I mean...
So hopefully Des does take a pay cut, and then Joseph Sirianni said
who said that he won't take a pay cut? You guys got to use Fitzpatrick guy. We have to watch him 29, but no
Joseph
pay cut.
Sirianni said Bryce Butler, Skip Bayless' number 1 excuse for Dallas.
Really?
So
that way but I think he always says that Bryce Butler is better than he is. He's not used enough.
Yeah, but no, I actually, that's one of the
that's
things
what
I
agree on.
I agree, actually, because I don't feel like he's getting used enough.
So, and then this...
Because there's too many receivers in front of him that have
that have seniority or supposed to be better.
Oh, nice catch.
And
What a catch.
just so you know, little G, in football, it's only one foot. You don't need both footballs.
In college football, yeah.
I know.
What about NFL football?
2 feet.
That's right. Look at this.
So, and Vernon, we can't show the game because of copyright reasons, but
was he
you
in?
can get our play-by-play.
And our reactions, too. No, look.
Yeah,
One.
yeah,
Wow. Right before he went out of bounds. That was a crazy...
That was a weird twisting of his body.
It looked like he was down, but then it looked like he got
Exactly.
it.
I thought he hit his shoulder out first, but his first foot hit the other guy's leg and stopped him from going hitting him
looks
down.
like Alabama.
They're reviewing it. They're reviewing it.
it.
I'm assuming. I don't mind it like that with something close. You should review it, I guess. But
I've been hearing differing reports, and guys, let us know.
Oh, the injuries.
As a fan in the state, no, not just that, but as a fan in the stadium, a lot of these reviews, they definitely slow down the game, and they take away a little bit of it from the experience on the field.
Yeah, but no.
Again,
you want to get it right.
As a watcher, I'd rather get it right. But I do agree that sometimes they stop the play and review unnecessarily.
I agree with that for sure. But
maybe if they cut down a little more on that, and again, just review the plays that, again, like you said, are too close to call or is very questionable, like a quick review or a booth review or something. I don't know.
I think that they need to have somebody upstairs that beeps down, and I don't know if they're doing that now, but I think that would be the best way of doing it. But I do think that both these plays that they reviewed were worth reviewing. You don't know if that guy stepped out of bounds. Remember that play where he ran for that first down?
So, and again, that merited double checking. Because,
correct. So does this.
Yes.
This one too.
And that's
my thing. It slows it down for a moment, and it shouldn't slow it down for more than a commercial or two. I'm trying to do it in the viewer's mindset. But
exactly. It shouldn't take longer than 30 seconds to a minute, hopefully.
Right.
Is the point.
And the thing is, it should be checked upstairs by somebody who's watching it rather than the ref, and then they beep down and say, no, there's a wrong call, or give us more time to review it upstairs, rather than letting the refs make the call. Now, if it's a close call and you're not sure either way, let the ref be the determining factor.
Exactly.
Something like that. But then it could take a longer time frame to look at that. But I know they usually have some kind of time limit anyways on the time they get to review a play.
Oh, okay. So Joseph, you mean that Bryce Butler's injury?
Right, I see. Well,
is his excuse, not his talent. So, and again, but he was relatively healthy this year, except for
towards the end of the year, the foot injury kind of caught up with them, and they kind of held him out a lot of games.
So, and again, I guess I don't know how long he was dealing with that, and he is a little brittle. He does tend to be. No, I'm just saying he does tend to have some kind of injury, some kind of something, but at the same time, so does. I mean, I feel like T. Will is another one of those guys, and now you can add Dez to that list. So, I don't know. Let me know. At Outdoors for Life, thanks for joining us. So, Vernon Robertson said, I'm just joking. I'm a Lions fan. What chance do you think that Belichick comes to the Lions? So,
no
Vernon,
chance.
0 chance. He actually publicly said today that all those reports about him being upset, he's like, I don't know where you guys are getting your sources.
You never know if he's lying. But
he said he fully plans on coaching the Patriots next year.
Yeah, I don't think there's any issue of him going to the Giants or going to the other teams that they're talking about out there. I know even Mark Holmes says something about he's coming to Dallas. No, he's not coming to Dallas. No, I know he's joking. I know he just like to piss off the Patriots. But you know what, guys? In reality, I see Belichick staying with the Patriots as of this moment. Now, in another month, if there's a big blow up and it's written about and proven, then I'd say, all right, he might be going somewhere else. I don't know which team. He has a good relationship with the Giants. He used to coach with them as a coordinator. He also coached in Cleveland.
Let's just see what happens after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And
don't expect him to go anywhere
after that. But
don't expect him to go anywhere as of this moment. So I wouldn't really get too happy or sad about Belichick coming or going. So.
Yeah, and Buddy Johnson said, Dad, did you hear we might get Jack Del Rio?
Yes, I heard that from. Where'd you guys hear that from? Because I only heard rumors on that. It hasn't been any concrete stuff. I think people are putting together the fact that, oh, look, a former player. Oh, look, he's an unemployed coach right now.
Yeah.
And he is a decent coach, a good coach.
But would he take a demotion to be on a team?
I'm sure he might, but my point is that Del Rio is not going to. I don't see any word yet that I've heard that he's coming. Not even official. There's nothing. Far from it. There's no word that Del Rio is interested to come to Dallas, nor is Dallas interested in getting Del Rio. No concrete anything from that. So not even a rumor really.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't put too much into that. So Roquan Smith has been playing pretty well. I've been watching him. Our stream is not very good, though, unfortunately. So it's kind of flicking in and out at times. But from what I've seen from Roquan Smith, his coverage, I love it. I think we need to move up in the draft to get this guy. And, yes, package in a 4th, 5th, and then our 1st to move up to a 1st.
Yeah,
maybe get that team 6th as well.
Goal.
Going for the end zone.
No good.
It was
great defense.
Great defense. 39 had great coverage on him there.
Mm-hmm. So 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal with 7:42 guys in the second quarter, and it's only 3-0. Some people were saying it's going to be defensive game. It's a defensive game.
Yeah, and against people who said it was going to be a low-scoring game. Again, they predicted a 24-21. I mean, let's see what the second half brings, but these teams are struggling to even score a touchdown right now.
Yeah.
Joseph Sirianni said ready for some Wentz next year, but he might never be the same. That's a big worry. Again, but I'm confident he's a young guy. He's healthy. It sounds like he's doing all the right things. And he got treatment very early on. Hopefully that's a benefit to that was almost picked.
Man, that was almost an interception.
That's a benefit to him, and you never want to see a player get injured like that. As much as I don't ever want the Eagles to win a Super Bowl, I hate the way your quarterback went down, and Carson Wentz, hopefully he recovers and,
I want some battles, and I think
on the field.
I want some battles with Dak, and yes, I said Dak. I think Dak is going to be okay. I think Wentz is going to be okay when he comes back from injury, and I think we're going to have some good NFC East divisional sock'em kind of games. Yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait. And if our defense is getting better, guys, don't sleep on us. Maybe we're looking at a couple players here that could be drafted for our Cowboys.
And so far, Roquan Smith, I mean, we haven't really...
Listen, my question is this. How many points does Alabama have?
0. So, let's score a little bit. And who's winning?
Georgia. I almost said Alabama.
Oh, boy, no. No. Georgia is winning, guys, 6-0. But again, still no touchdowns, and we are halfway through the second
quarter. Yeah, guys.
That's still done.
I wonder what you guys think about the breakdown on the salary cap for the Cowboys, because I do think there's a way we can corral these 4 guys I mentioned, even Bryce Butler. There's a chance if we want to really keep him. But I do see the Cowboys probably drafting a receiver somewhere in the middle, maybe 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round, and then a running back, 6th round, 7th round. That's what I see with those key positions there, those skill positions. I see them drafting there. I see them drafting a tight end as early as third, but probably realistically more like the fourth or fifth round with a tight end to give them a try in the system. And then when it comes to like, we need a defensive run stopper, a one technique, meaning a nose tackle, a nose guard right in the middle. We need someone like that. And again, probably second round, maybe third round. We'll see. We see what happens in the first round. Safety. This Fitzpatrick for Alabama is supposed to be highly rated, and again, he's done some nice tackling. Both defenses are playing great, and all the guys we're talking about are on defense, except for Calvin Ridley, I think, right? And Ridley's on Alabama with number 3. So he's someone we want to keep watching as a receiver. I see him blocking out there right here in this play, and yeah, he seems like a decent blocker. He's a big guy, I think, and he's fast. So
and X Factor, little J is with her mom today.
Yes.
But little G is here.
And they started back to school, so they're back to the school grind.
So so little G will be joining us, but only for a little bit longer until he goes to bed. Yes, and then the Eagles are cursed. Joseph, I hope so. Just kidding. Chris said he was in his own head this past season. Trying to find himself takes away from time he could be using to develop this so-called chemistry he lacks with Dak. Waste of time, restructure, or see ya. Again, I think once Dez calms down, cooler heads will prevail. Oh, wow. Nice move there. Was that their quarterback,
Yeah,
right?
Quarterback, sneaker out the middle. Got a big game for Alabama. Roquan Smith missed there.
Yeah. That's not good to hear, but again, draft spot a little bit, right? Oh, just kidding, guys. But yeah, so
Roquan's on that tackle.
I agree, but I think, baby, I think you were the one that said that him, Dak, T. Will, and Zeke, was it? That they kind of went on a trip together?
Yeah.
To kind of like gel together and refocus and.
Dropped the bomb, number 11.
I didn't see that coming.
Number 17, Bellamy.
Yep.
Just rocked his bell.
And I think Roquan Smith helped out there too.
Let's see. I don't know where he. Number 3. I'm looking at number 3 in the middle. He's playing middle linebacker. See, it's Roquan. He's covering. Yeah, good call, baby. He came in late at the end. A nice, and Roquan Smith is so fast. Man, I hope he doesn't go up in the draft because right now I think the Cowboys can get him and they can trade up and package in.
And get him at a reasonable spot.
I'm making it clear, guys. I never said we're going to get Roquan Smith at the number 19th spot. Not happening.
Yeah.
But if we get to the 11th or 12th spot, there's a chance. Maybe not anymore after this game, but I think right now there's a chance. And again, not just this game, but other game. There he is in the middle with the big hit.
Again, great
nice
stop.
tackle.
He read that well.
Ooh, what's going on here?
I'm pretty sure 3 yards.
There's a fight right there.
Let me see. Did anyone see Jalen Hurts run Roquan Smith guy?
Yeah.
Yep, we saw that.
Yep. He won that one over Roquan. But again, guys, rookies, so gonna make mistakes in the NFL no matter what. But I do think that he's the kind of guy that can be he's so fast. He's another Jalen Smith. Mention Jalen Smith and Roquan Smith to be in the future for our deep,
number 6 hurt.
Yeah, for our linebacking core behind Hitchens and Sean Lee. Imagine Roquan Smith, Jalen Smith. I don't know. I like the way that sounded. That could be a future to run alongside with Dak and Zeke on offense, to really lead our team on offense and defense with our young guys. And I think that would be a nice little, we need to focus on that a little bit. And I know we need a run stopper. I know we need a defensive end. Probably going to draft one as well. Both those positions. And I know safety. We're looking at that too. I think cornerback, we're not going to go rookie. And if we do, it'll be very late in the draft, in my opinion, when it comes to cornerback. We have 3 guys already, plus Byron Jones, who I've seen some film on him recently that they're making a good case for him to play the corner that covers a tight end. And I've been saying that all year. He's fantastic on tight ends, Byron Jones, number 31.
Yes.
A lot of people like to jump on him for different reasons, but Byron Jones has been that glue that held that rookie secondary and before the rookie secondary, Nolan Carroll's of the world back in there. Rotation, garbage. I
agree. And guys, if you've ever seen, I encourage you to search out interviews of Byron Jones because you really get a sense of how well he knows the game and understands the game. And again, I think he's one of those guys that, next year, the way that we're using him, I think, has helped him be a lot more successful. I think next year we're going to see him, again, continue to improve. A lot of these other guys continue to improve and work together a little more, but I like the changes that I'm seeing where, Marinelli's kind of moving him, in different packages and depending on, what he's seeing. And again, using Byron Jones' size too.
Yeah.
He's a little bit bigger than some of our other safeties or corners. Yeah, I guess not as big as Jeff Heath, but Jeff Heath again isn't as fast as Byron Jones. So.
Well, Byron Jones is pretty big. He's more versatile. He can play cornerback. He can play safety. I mean, he played corner his first year with the Cowboys, but safety is where he can. The thing is that he can cover tight ends so well because he can use his size, he can use his strength, he can use his agility to hang with almost every tight end. But you saw this year, especially against like Seattle, where when Jimmy Graham, who's a Seattle Seahawks tight end, was spread out as a receiver, and they had Jordan Lewis on him. No knock on Jordan Lewis as a rookie, did a fantastic job for us this year, but that's when the coaches have to switch out Byron Jones and move him there. And they didn't. And it was like a 7-foot guy versus a 2-foot guy. That's what it looked like.
An X Factor, no, it's fine. AF is fine because there's no actual cursor.
Sorry, man. Let them talk. We don't care. Listen, we can't show the game, guys. That's the way it is. Nice pass. Nice. So now they
turned a big 3rd and 7 all the way back on their own.
Rocking it. Georgia's having control of this game.
5-yard line.
Woo.
6-yard line. Oh, no, sorry. Excuse me. Their own 3-yard line.
No, you had it right.
Okay,
7.
yeah. No, okay, good.
He was on his 3 when he threw it.
And Ridley again there.
But so who's his brother?
Receptions and
Calvin Ridley from the other
Calvin
team?
Ridley, yep.
So they're playing against each other. That's funny.
The Brother Bowl. There you go.
That's crazy.
Ooh. All right, guys. So a big 1st and 10.
Back to the fullback.
Oh, that was a little high.
Ooh, 32. Dirty shot there. There's no need for that. No need for that kind of violence. Don't forget, guys, hit that thumbs up, that like button.
That's right.
Helps the stream out, helps the channel out.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and never forget to hit that notification bell. Make sure it's turned on so you can get our daily videos, daily live streams. I put one of a bad driver the other day, guys. I just felt I had to. I was pissed off. It wasn't that big of a deal. I put up there just for ish and giggles because I just had to display my discomfort with that with that driver in the most the most PG rated way. Yeah, most PG rated way possible.
Ooh.
So hope you liked it. And guys, again, like we said, hit the like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I know we got a couple more subscribers tonight, so thank you, and hopefully more join as we continue this. But we also have a super chat leaderboard above us here, guys.
Right.
Every week we do one. Right now, for the past 3 weeks, DJ Crown J, who just won yesterday's end of last week's donation leaderboard. Through super chat, through Patreon, or through PayPal, guys, you guys can help out the channel. Everything goes through the channel, so keep that in mind. Slim Shady this week has taken control, along with Johnny Boy, who's right behind him. And a first down incomplete.
Georgia's forced.
Yeah, and DJ Crown J, he will be getting his setup soon. Should be this week sometimes. I'm going to edit that for the next stream and make sure I get the information from you, DJ Crown J, so I can add it to the bottom here and put it out there when you're going to drop your first video and you're going to open up your channel to everybody. Give us the link. Make sure, of course, also if you donate over $10 to the channel, anytime total throughout the whole time we're doing this, doesn't matter if it's over multiple weeks. If you give $1 a week, that's fine. In 10 weeks, you'll get one of these guys. Exactly, it's My Cowboys family. It's a rubber wristband for My Cowboys family, and we're going to also be at the Pro Bowl.
So and helping our channel. And Baja in the house. What is up, Baja?
Yep. What's up?
Hi, Baja.
And we are going to be coaching this upcoming spring season.
That's the plan.
But I think I'm pretty sure it's going to be the 8 to 10 that we're coaching. So but hopefully you're there. We'll definitely be cheering you on and your team, whatever team you end up on. So and again, guys, fiance and I coached for the first time last year, flag football, and again we had a great group of kids. It was a lot of fun. Little G here was our star rusher at 7 years old, up against 8, 9, and 10-year-olds. That's a
fantastic job. My daughter, little Jay, was was a 9-year-old, I guess, but she was the quarterback for our team. She learned basically 35 plays. Also played cornerback as well, and had a little rough start, but really learned it very well. We wasn't our best cover corners in a boy-dominated league with very fast, physical boys out there running around. So gotta give both our kids a lot of credit on a very fantastic year. He had a sack leader on defense in the whole league for little G, and just all around great performance by our team in general. You know, Baja being one of those guys, Ryan being one of those kids. You know, these kids really played their hardest and really did very well out there, helping us as a team to do well. Winning is great, but doing well, and that was an important thing when you're dealing with this age group. You know, of course we want to win because you got to show that your hard work's paid off. You know, and that's what it's about. But you know, it's more so about doing it with integrity, winning or losing. As Jason Witten said once.
It sounds silly, but Jason Witten was a great inspiration for a lot of our coaching.
Yeah, check out some of the stuff he said, guys, because it is
really
true.
A team player.
It's all about integrity. It's all about playing with the team and doing your best together. And they've been, you know, the Cowboys and Jason Witten have been successful with that mindset for the most part.
Yeah, Jason Witten's mentality, I feel like if you are a football player and you want to succeed in this league, you have to have a mentality like Jason Witten or Larry Fitzgerald or Travis Frederick. You know, those are the guys when I think of who are amazing, great football players in every conceivable way, on and off the field. Those are the guys that I think of because, again, they show the true spirit of what football should be about, teamwork, integrity, and
run.
You know, exactly, and just giving 100%.
The number one thing in football.
Exactly. So, and thanks, Chris, for that. Let me see. So, Baja, again, I don't know if you can be on our team because I think you're going to be too old.
Well, it depends. Now. If they do a 9 to 11 league, then you'd
be able to do it. So,
yeah,
but
we will definitely keep you today on that.
Yeah. So, and just let them know. Oh man, almost sacked.
Hurt.
And you have to throw it away.
He threw it away.
No
throw
good.
Throw a 4th and 4 at the minute 26.
LM, thanks for joining
flags.
us here. Said, if you could choose what position for the first round, I told you guys, I think we need wide receiver.
I disagree. Is that LM saying that?
So LM, I think Fiance and I are in agreement. I definitely would go linebacker or offensive lineman.
No, I never said offensive. No way.
No, me, offensive lineman.
No way. I disagree with you as well. I think we need to stick on defense, but I think best player is very important at that 19th spot. At the same time, I think the Cowboys can trade up for an impact player like Roquan Smith, who I think would be the best benefit to our defense, and we get the best bang for our buck with him. Oh, with a draft, nice block there, but number 2 and number 2 blocking each other. But again, I think that is where we can do the best. Now, listen, we can go receiver like a Calvin Ridley, and people are saying look for him. That's why he's one of the guys we're keying on as well. But
I guess, but again, I think what you said before is right. We can get a good receiver still in the 2nd or 3rd round.
Yes.
You know, someone that could go in there and still be really good and be effective right away, or be able to work them up a little.
The other way you have to think about things too is like this. Okay, so if the Cowboys, and not us, the Cowboys' actual staff, all right, if they know they're going to let Hitchens go, if they know that they're going to let Bryce Butler go. You know, or let's say they're going to keep Hitchens, but they're going to let Bryce Butler go, then you go receiver.
Exactly.
If it's the other way, if you know you're going to keep Bryce Butler, but you're going to let Hitchens go, you got to go linebacker without question.
Again, with all the problems Dez is having, T. Will, Beasley, all of our receivers.
But we have you have Dez Bryant for a long contract, expensive long contract. Yeah. We have T. Will locked in for another 3 years for $4 million a year. Nice catch, number 8, great catch. So you have all these guys in front of him locked in. Now, let's say Cole Beasley goes, we got Switzer to take Beasley's role. So then when you have Bryce Butler is our 4th receiver. So for the next 3 years, he's our 4th receiver. That's what makes him expendable, unfortunately. Now, I wish we could use him. Maybe he could move things around, but how do you move him? How do you use him?
Realistically speaking, just on our team, he, like you said, he
dropped.
I was right.
Stops the clock with a minute left.
But like you said, baby, he is the expendable player.
Compared to him or Hitchens, there's no comparison.
Or again, honestly, him to like Beasley's not going anywhere.
Incorrect. Oh, really? I've heard that Beasley is maybe he's trade fodder.
Potential.
People are saying he might be traded in the draft. That's part of a deal. But they want Switzer moved into that spot. And maybe not this year, but maybe next year. Just saying, you might see him gone.
But again, if you do that, then does that mean that Bryce Butler stays and moves up?
Well,
more.
Yeah, but it's really Switzer taking over. That's all you got. It's just there's no movement anywhere but Switzer going into Beasley's spot. Let's say. Whoa! Wow! Almost picked, then almost caught, and then dropped by both of them.
Yep.
Crazy. But yeah, you see what's happening. Bryce Butler would be more the opposite of Dez Bryant, or opposite of T. Will. That's where he would play.
Yeah.
But he would. The third guy would be in our offensive set, and it could be Bryce Butler. We don't have no short guys and no quick slot guys, but our quick slot guy is going to be Beasley And if he's gone or traded or whatever, it will be Switzer. It's not going to be Bryce Butler. So Bryce Butler has to be the guy who extends the field, goes deep, and Dez is the one that does that too, but he doesn't get separation yet. And again, maybe because like DJ Crown J said, tendonitis. Great run for a first down, hard hit by 14, but he gets the first down with 49 seconds as they reset. Stops the clock, and then they go again right away. So, the clock goes.
The reason I said wide receiver is I want Calvin Ridley. And again,
there you go. That's, we were just talking about it. If they were caught off guard, Alabama, it just got to throw the ball out, too.
But if the Cowboys are realistically thinking about either, if they trade Beasley, then I say we have to keep Butler some way. One way or another, we have to find a way to keep
or get Calvin Ridley.
Butler. Or again, get a bigger name wide receiver. Oh, flag on Alabama.
See, I think that Josh Gordon would be
a substitution.
Yeah, because the guy was coming in and out.
Okay.
But I think the Cowboys should try to go after someone like Josh Gordon. Then you have to talk about Calvin Ridley or taking a draft pick at that position. But I would not mind a good receiver like Calvin Ridley. The thing I do mind is that if Roquan Smith is there, or there's a chance that we can get him, because I don't think Ridley's going to be available at 19. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but do you guys really think that
Calvin Ridley will make it to 19? Or
nice run.
Or again, maybe they don't want to trade up so many picks all the way to 11 and 12 for someone like Roquan Smith. But maybe Ridley will be there at like 16 or 17. Again, like something where they have to jump up one or two, and not give up as much. Because again, I see the Cowboys making moves. I just don't see them making a big move, if that makes any sense. So if we move any spot in the draft, I don't see us moving more than like 1 or 2 spots to get someone that we might have just missed. And that's just because I feel like the Cowboys are just a team that likes to.
I think it's going to bite us. I think it's going to bite us in the ass.
That's what I think, but I'm trying to think the way that the Cowboys would think. And again, the Cowboys always, I guess, think about the bottom line. I think they'd rather save some of those extra draft picks and not give away so many of them.
That's definitely a possibility. Definitely.
I don't know. I think they see a lot of these guys as nice, cheap, easy replacement, or like building projects that they can kind of stash away.
Yeah.
So we have 10 draft picks.
Georgia got into the red zone on that QB run. We have 10.
So exactly. So DJ Kern just said he will be there. I'm sure he will. And DJ, I
really
really hope
Calvin
you're
Ridley?
right.
Who are we talking about? Calvin Ridley.
So at 19. So again, if he's there at 19 and he's worth it, of course. Like if he's not, if we can wait till the second round, which I doubt it, but you never know. Wait, but if he's still there. Why not go for maybe a flashier wide receiver? And by flashy, I just mean someone who, again, will make an immediate impact. Someone you'll notice as soon as you put him out there on the field. Don't you think the Cowboys tend to generally favor going more offense heavy?
I do.
For their bigger name players?
I agree. But again, we're going to keep Des Bryant. Do we need a big name player? And that's the thing is that, I don't have
What if they restructure Des and then with this year try to turn him into trade fodder?
Oh, definitely, but then it's only gonna be worse. It's only gonna be worse next year.
Yeah.
For anybody trying to pick him up, his contract is gonna be more cap unfriendly, and every single team they try to trade him to, it's gonna be like, well, we don't want to take on a $15 million a year guy when you just paid $7 million. They wouldn't do that.
Well,
here we
Chris
go.
Plumage. All right, we'll get to your comment just
into the end.
Wow.
Ooh, on the 3, he stepped out. 3-yard line.
Oh boy.
He should be down short.
So now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal on the 3 with 21 seconds left and 2 timeouts for Georgia. Wow.
Oh boy. Alabama has 3 timeouts as well, guys.
Will they get it or will they not?
Let's see.
Again,
3 yards. You got to be able to run that ball 3 times, 4 times if you have to.
Yeah, but he stepped out right there.
I can do it.
You ran the ball. They got to call timeout here.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, the Alabama's run defense is not going to allow it to just happen.
Well, they got 1 yard again. And now it's 2nd and goal, and they have 2 yards to go. And that's the thing. If they get 1 yard every time, just pound it in. And I know Alabama's going to stop it, but
I don't know how good if you have a Cowboys offensive line like we had this year and the way we were moving the ball, then I say I agree with you. But you can't just apply that to every single team because Alabama's front line is probably a lot better than Georgia's front line. And so I would maybe run it once like they did there, and then I'd probably
a short little pass.
Or run the quarterback in some kind of,
No, look, Georgia knows their players,
right,
and they know their plays.
We don't know the Georgia,
they'll figure it out. Yeah.
I'm sure if we had Rave on here right now, he would know what to say.
And we are rooting for the Georgia Bulldogs, the underdogs.
And again, we're not doing it necessarily as a family. It just happened that we all have our reasons for rooting for them. Underdog,
why are you rooting for Georgia?
Because I like Georgia.
You like Georgia?
Why do you like
Do you
Georgia?
like Georgia?
Because it's a nice place.
Is anybody there you know?
Yeah.
Who lives in Georgia?
Some people live there.
Some people live there?
So he knows some people who live there. You're allowed
Who do
to
you
say
know?
Your family lives there. Oh. All right, and then let's see. Chris Plumage said, we need to run more picks like New England to use Switzer effectively, right? If we keep Dez and he has another crappy year, or even run rub routes or Dez if they're going to single cover him all the time and test Dak to throw it.
Here we go, guys. 2nd and goal. Incomplete. 12 seconds,
No,
3rd and goal.
oh,
Like I said, throw the ball. Roughing the passer. So now it's a first down. It just moves the ball half a yard.
But still, that half a yard makes, I know, but that makes a difference.
Well, they have one timeout, so that is a difference there. It's a 1 yard. It's down to the first, second.
It looks like it happened.
Oh, yeah. What a late hit. And he knows it too.
Yeah, and the coach
for
Alabama said, gosh,
Nick
darn
Saban,
it.
by the way. For those that don't know, he's known very good.
Yeah,
coach,
Chris Plumage just said it. Yep, rough.
I'm a big fan.
Wow, roughing the passer. Dogs are knocking the dogs.
And they're giving Georgia a lot of opportunity here.
Knock, Alabama. Georgia's knocking. So here we go. 1st and goal, guys, on the 1 1/4.
Yeah, basically. It's a run from the outside. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Georgia!
4. You go for 2?
Woo! Man, a very
way to go.
Very soft, high-pitched voice for some reason.
Oh boy, guys! The Alabama fans are stunned, and the Georgia fans are screaming. A 1 yard touchdown run by the quarterback Hardman Jr.
Wow.
Number 4. So that was a nice play design. I agree. They really sold the run, and no one seemed to expect it, which is a little strange.
7 seconds left before the half.
When you have a yard and a half, it's hard to stop someone.
I would have when they were in 1st and goal. Yeah. I actually thought that they should just go for the outside, and they didn't. Yeah. They just tried to run.
So here we go, guys. The extra point is good. Score is officially 13-0 with 7 seconds left in the second quarter.
Look what happened. Look what they did. They did the same thing. They did this time.
Oh, the quarter. Is that the running back?
But now they have the running back. They have basically a receiver and a running back back there. They did the run option, and they did a great job by mixing it up for them.
The problem is, though, Alabama should have known because Alabama already saw that play.
They saw a different version of that play.
I guess
last time there was
no. He still kept it.
No, last time there was only one guy back there, and he just ran it.
Yeah.
This time they had him playing quarterback, playing the run option.
Yeah.
Could have gave it to the running back, but the trick for him was to keep it the whole way because the whole defense was looking to see that guy running the ball up the middle.
Well, he's getting oxygen. He's a little bit breathless.
Great play. You got to give Georgia credit. Georgia credit for that.
Smart.
Guys.
And again, I like the small, inventive play calling I've seen from Georgia. And again, not all of it has been successful, but you can see they're trying. And again, have to give Alabama credit too. But I think Alabama, I almost want to say they have more power, but they seem to really be struggling against Georgia's defense.
We're gonna,
close but no score.
Sure.
And again, that field goal missed by their kicker. Actually, was it Georgia who missed it? No, it was Alabama.
No, Bama missed it.
Yeah, it was Bama. So again, those 3 points would have looked extra nice right now going into this, halftime, 3-13.
Alabama gets the ball second half, so that's just so you all know that. So it could be 13-7. Shortly into the third quarter, we're going to stay on here, guys, for the entire game. And now that halftime is basically now, I know that Little G is going to get put to bed.
Little G's going to bed. I'll be back shortly, guys.
I don't want to go to bed.
Oh, school. What are you going to do?
Well, sorry.
We'll let you know what happens.
That's life. All right, guys. But for the rest of you guys who are going to be joining us, watching the rest of this game, make sure to stay tuned. Like we said, 1st and 10 here for Alabama. 7 seconds left.
It's halftime, guys. So, anyways, it's halftime now.
Shortly. Yep, there you go.
Well, you guys will be back. I'm staying on here, guys. Let's talk some Cowboy football.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for being here, and I will be right back. I'll leave you guys here in my wonderful fiance's hands. And
go Cowboys!
Always. First and foremost. Hold on, guys. Let me fix this microphone right here because it'll sound better this way when we discuss some Cowboy football, guys. So let me know any questions, comments, anything. related to this game, but also the Dallas Cowboys. I'll go through a couple last things I do have that's football-related news and also Dallas Cowboy-related news. But let me see what you guys have said here. See a lot of you guys in here, and thank you all for joining. Hopefully you guys have all hit that thumbs up, like button for the stream. Helps out our channel. Also, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, guys. We do daily videos, Dallas-centric, but Dallas Cowboy-centric. But, you know, we're going to do a lot of sports throughout the whole year, whether it's like something like this, NBA stuff, even Olympic stuff. And as we go on through the year, guys, we're going to do a lot of things. But, of course, we're concentrating right now. It's still football season and playoffs. So we're going to do all the playoffs. We're going to be at the Pro Bowl practices, checking out the players that make the Pro Bowl. Of course, concentrating on our 4 Dallas Cowboys currently in there. Maybe a couple more will sneak in. But, yeah, I think we actually answered pretty much all of your guys' questions. I do want you guys to definitely give big thanks to DJ Crown J for being our winner again. 3rd week in a row above us, guys. Can you make it a full month in a row? DJ Crown J, man, you have earned permanent sponsorship pretty much, or 2 weeks of sponsorship, and I'm seeing a 3rd in your future. But I mean, we're gonna promote your channel, and we're gonna support your channel, and we're going to be checking out all your videos and pushing all our people here that are watching on a consistent basis to make sure you jump over there and subscribe to DJ Crown J's channel coming soon. All right, guys, he's gonna keep us up to date on that. Again, special thanks to the above 2 people there, Slim Shady and Johnny Boy 282. Thank you guys both for donating through PayPal. We also have a Patreon account, and guys, it's only 4 weeks old now. Super chat right down here in your little chat screen. If you have an account set up, you can always help out the channel, guys. And again, a friendly reminder that if you donate right here on my wrist over $10 or more, that you will get one of our My Cowboys family specialized custom-made rubber wristbands, guys. For you guys who support us, we support, you know, your efforts for us, and we see your appreciation. So we're trying to show a little bit of appreciation back. Thank you, guys. And of course, all the money that you guys donate, whether it's through watching an ad or through the other accounts that we have open, you know, does go to the channel, cameras, lighting. We're going to even improve the computer system we have here and more. So a lot of things in the future coming, guys. So thank you guys so much for helping us on My Cowboys family. And we're happy if you're subscribed on here and you hit the notification bell and you hit like for the stream. We're happy and proud for all football fans to be on here and all sport fans to be part of our family. So thank you. So let's see here, guys. Yes, D. Will says Rico gathers. As I said earlier, Rico gathers concussion, no issue, no worries. I'm ready for him to be back this year. And there seems after his Instagram post to be no question that he's going to be good to go. So yeah, D. Will, I'm excited about that. Baha says, you guys are coach. Yeah, we discussed that. Yeah, let's see, Baha, Mom's going to sign you up. Awesome. Well, we'll try our best. Like my fiance said, we will do our best to get you on there if it goes up to 11-year-olds. Let's see here. We need to run more picks. Okay. So I talked about all these already. All these questions. I think we're good. Everybody watching, if you are on, let me make sure our stream is passing me all the information here. Yes, it is. Okay, good. So guys, again, if you're watching us, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Now, let me get to the screen here, guys, and I'm going to go over a couple things here from the NFL that I think you guys should be interested about. There's a joint review by the NFL and the NFL Players Association of the way that the concussion protocol was applied to following the sack or the hit by against Cam Newton. It was a sack. He tried to get the extra yards after getting out of the sack, and he got just his face got slammed back. He was obviously for a second concussed. He couldn't get off the field properly. They checked him out. He took a break, and then he came back the next series, not that next play, because they had a bad play, punted, and then he came back when they got the ball back again. He was deemed okay to come back in the game. Well, they're reviewing that right now. We had talked about it yesterday during our stream while we saw it happening. We're like, wow, I don't know. Is he going to be he's out for the game if he has a concussion in any way? And they said he didn't. They put him back in the game, and the rest is history. But they say here that according to the policy developed by both, if the concussion protocol is not followed properly, it could lead to discipline to the Carolina Panthers. So just a little tidbit there about what's going on with the injury situation in the Panthers. As I said, Will McClay, even though he said he hasn't made a decision yet, Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones' son, basically GM Jr., he said officially that, and this was a quote, that it looks like Will McClay is going to stay in Dallas. But again, nothing's been officially, certified yet by anybody. So that's kind of how that's going. And then I want to talk about our games next season and what I think we can win or lose certain games, what I think our record could be. It's just more for fun, guys. Just bear with me for a second as we're waiting here at halftime of this 13-0 Georgia beating Alabama game, national championship game. Even though, I'm going to jump to say this right now. You guys all know who's I'm going to show you the number one. I'm going to be a predictor of the future and let you know who's going to win the national championship, guys. And the answer is the UCF Golden Knights, baby. University of Central Florida Golden Knights. That's right. You heard it from me first, and you'll hear from me last. Guys, UCF, undefeated, 13-0, upsetting Auburn in the Peach Bowl. Gotta love them. UCF Knights forever. Anyways, Georgia is leading this supposed national championship game, 13-0 over Alabama. Now, the home games for us next year, Eagles at home. I'm hopeful we can get a victory there, but I'm always nervous about the Cowboys and the way they play at home. We don't know what the situation is going to be with the coaches and how they're going to be coaching this team. We don't know when we play the first game of the year. I think we could beat the Eagles. But if we play them week 8 and we're kind of suffering through another, if we're suffering through a year where we're forcing Dak to be Romo, then we won't lose. But I think we could beat the Eagles at home. I know we could beat the Giants at home. And the Redskins, I think we could go 3-0 at home. We were 5-1 this season, guys, against the NFC East. Just letting you know, we still didn't win the NFC East. That shows you. It's not always about winning those division games. Not this year, at least. But I think we can win those 3 games. And then we get a home game against the Buccaneers. I think we win that game. I don't think Jameis Winston is as hot as everybody thinks he's going to be. I think he's going to be a disappointment when it's all said and done. The Jaguars coming to Dallas. And if Jacksonville is doing what they're doing this year with that defense, they will beat us. I think they will beat us. I think they will stop Zeke. And I want to give a loss there. So that's one loss. Lions in Dallas. It's going to be tough. I think we win that game. I think we win because we can get to Stafford enough with our defense. So I think we get that at home. And the Saints in Dallas. Let's give that win to the Saints. That's 2 losses for the Cowboys, in my opinion. Tennessee Titans come to Dallas with DeMarco Murray. I think our defense is going to be improved next year, and we were already an 8th ranked team, top 10 defense, no matter in which way you slice it. So I think we beat the Titans. So that's at home right now. We're looking at 6-2 at home. Let's see what our road games look like. At the Eagles, I see a loss. Just to say a split with them. At the Giants, I see a loss because, yeah, it's a division game, guys. So let's say 2 losses. And at Washington. Well, let me put it this way. Either at Washington or at the Giants, I think we win one of those 2 games. The other one we lose. So let's just call it 2 out of 3 losses on the road there, okay? So let's say 2 losses so far. 2 more losses. Now we're up to 4 total. Now we get the Colts in Indianapolis. Cowboys win that game. With or without luck. I still think we beat the Colts with luck in the game. The Falcons in Atlanta. Man. We might get tickets to that. If we get lucky, somehow we get tickets to that game, man, I will be the first one to go and attend it. It's not going to Jerry Jones. It's going to the Atlanta Falcons. So we still stick by our 1-year pact of not going to any Jerry Jones sponsored events or buying any Jerry Jones sponsored jerseys. We of course have Zeke jersey, Dak jersey, Bailey jersey, and a million other jerseys to last us 10 years if we wanted to. So we'll always be representing the Dallas Cowboys. Always we will be representing those Dallas Cowboys. But not buying new stuff for a year because of your coaching decisions there and hiring puppeteer, the puppet master, the puppeted master, Jason Garrett. So anyways, I think the Colts, we could beat them in Indianapolis. I think the Falcons, I think this game, again, assuming there's Tyron Smith, assuming that everything we're in good shape, no big injuries, I think we beat the Falcons. I truly think we beat the Falcons next year for some payback in Atlanta, scene of the crime. So let's see, the Carolina Panthers in Carolina. That's going to be tough. I'm going to say we lose that game to Carolina. That's 5 losses for the year. Then we go at Seattle. That's a loss, in my opinion. And that will give us 1, 2, 3. That's 4 losses. That's 6 losses. That's 10-6 right. That's 9-6 right now with 1 game left, and that's the Texans. And I think it's gonna be tough. I think it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be loud in where the Texans play, where the Houston Texans play. It's gonna be loud in Houston, but I'm really, really, really hoping, somehow hoping that the Cowboys can win that game. That will maybe be the difference between making the playoffs or not, or winning the division or not. We'll see. Those other division games on the road are going to be huge if we can win those games that I discussed. The end point in this whole thing is that it's a tough, and I say it was tough, a very tough schedule next year for the Cowboys, home or away. We need to win at least 6 at home, and we need to win at least 4 on the road. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, guys, but it can be done. And I think if we have someone like Linehan, someone that can wake up a little bit and go back, if Linehan could go back to what he was doing when it was what's his name's rookie year, when it was Zeke and Dak's rookie year, if only he was, he can go back to that conservative run first playbook, I think we'd be much more successful. I think we make the playoffs. I think we win 11 or 12 games, possibly, truthfully, if we go back to that style and our defense taking control. So as you can hear, guys, they got a nice little concert going on here with Kendrick Lamar. Not that I'm the biggest fan, but I heard him on Howard Stern. He sounds like a good guy, Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Dogwood. That's his real name. I don't think I have any more specific information, guys. I hope you enjoyed that little breakdown of our schedule next year. Let me see what you guys are talking about here in the stream. And by the way, guys, we're trying to doing cool little things. Maybe doing some kind of like Mad Libs, drinking water and trying not to laugh, something like that. We're trying to figure out little fun things, little videos we might do here, live streaming with you guys. Whether it's a reaction video to a music video, a reaction to all kinds of reaction videos out there. So whatever you guys want us to check out, you give us some ideas of what you would like to see. Some things we might put on Patreon, because we can put like copyrighted information there to Patreon. We can put, it depends, not copyrighted, we could put certain film on there, or we're going to use certain language there, unlike here in this channel where, we try to keep it as family friendly as possible, guys. I'm probably the worst at slipping when it comes to cursing and saying bad words, but I really do try to keep it as family friendly, especially with our kids on here. And trust me, if it wasn't for this stream or our kids being involved, I would be cursing a lot more. So it's definitely a great combination to have here, talking to you guys and venting. Most of you guys feel the same pain we do here when it comes to the Cowboys and the seasons we have, like this one. And also, we also can celebrate the same way, guys, when we are doing well and succeeding and winning. So we try to keep it real. We try to keep it honest. We try to keep it non-biased. And 365 days a year. We already have almost that in half a year in videos. So thank you for all the support for those that have been here from the start. And let me check some of these questions here, man. It's not coming up. Oh, here we go, guys. Let's see here, guys. I'm trying to see where I left off. There we go. Okay, so TJ Wittenbach says, touchdown dogs that we love. Football nerd in the house. Georgia got this in the bag. I wouldn't say that yet, football nerd, but definitely I like the start. I like the first half. Wittenbach says we will beat the Jags. You're talking about the Steelers or the Patriots? What are you, a Patriots fan? Texans. Oh, the Texans. Yeah. We'll see. Let's see. Football nerd says we won't beat anyone as long as Garrett is clapping. Football nerd, I don't want to say you're right. I can't accept it. I can't accept that you're right. But Miss My Cowboys fiance. Really? That's not really My Cowboys fan. Who's that? Who changed their name there? We will beat the Falcons as long as Chaz Green isn't there. Thank you, whoever that is. And you must have changed your name. It might be like, I don't know who that is. I have to check it out. Football nerd says, I hope not. I hope. I'm sorry. Wittenbach says Jags don't have any offense, and that's the thing. I do see that there, TJ. Yeah, next season about beating them. I know, and you got the playoffs, and that's one of those big games for the Cowboys. Can the Cowboys be 9-7 again? If we lose that game in my little breakdown, if we lose to Houston, and that goes the other way, then I think that we're 9-7. We don't make the playoffs, or on the brink of it at the very best. it's a disappointing year. I think that if we stick to what we're supposed to do and run the damn ball, I think that's when you see our Cowboys really being unbeatable by most standards. Low-key Bray say, who talking about my Texans? Well, you got yourself another fan there. TJ went back and low-key in the house. Texan fan. Man, I love the fact that we have basically a fan from every team in this channel. I love it. I love the world of football being here, guys. And even though we are a Cowboys first and foremost channel, we love our Cowboys. We're going to talk them up. That's our main focus. Every day it's going to be something Cowboys on this channel. But, you know, we'll do college stuff. We do other stuff. And we do football games, NFL games, playoff games. And we love hearing from the fans out there, guys. So thank you. Low-key, very well. You guys very well might beat us next year. Texans beating the Cowboys, maybe so. I can see it happen. That's why it's a question mark for me. According to this guy here that was posting it, he said that you guys are going to lose to us. I am not so sure. In Texas, it's tough. Your defense is full and rocking it. And Deshaun Watson, I mean, I can't. It's a question mark for me, honestly. And usually I'm going to try to side with the Cowboys on the road. That can be tough. So 80s Kendall says, Dak is awful. Let's have Cooper and Dak fight out in camp. I'm sure they're going to give Cooper a little more chance this season. And again, think about it like this, guys. in training camp, in the exhibition preseason games, I guarantee you're going to see a lot of Cooper Rush. You know, this year we got to see a lot of Kellen Moore, and now he's going to on the brink of retirement, on the brink of being our quarterback coach. So I do think that I do think that we have a chance to see a lot of Cooper Rush next year and see what he really can bring to the table. A lot more in his second year. We're going to see what Dak can do. If Dak starts to falter, you might see it. Next year, I think you got to give Dak one more year. I mean, you can't say he's awful, in my opinion. 80s Kendall, I'm sorry. First year, he was fantastic because we had a game plan that fit him. And then this past year, we gave him a Romo gunslinging game plan, and he couldn't do it because every team knew our routes. Every team was sitting on our routes from our receivers. So I think a lot of that problem and issue has to do with the coaches, honestly speaking, guys, not being creative enough in the passing game. We need to run. We need to run the ball often. We need to run the ball, 55 to 60% of the time, in my opinion. And if we can just establish that with Zeke, or listen, we did it the same. We did it with Rod Smith, and we did it with Alfred Morris. And I don't think Alfred Morris will be on the team this year as well. So. Which, by the way, goes back to my thing about opening up more cap room. I'm not even including him in that cap situation. So, I think that it's a lot of things that can happen between now and then. Oh, you baby, you're back. Wait, hold on.
I can't believe people are saying the Texans are going to beat the Cowboys.
Oh. I actually said they might.
Go ahead. I can't believe people are saying that the Texans might beat the Cowboys.
I said they might. I said it. I gave the Cowboys the win, but if we win, we're 10-6. No, if we lose, we're 9-7.
I think you're forgetting that we'll have Zeke back full time.
I'm not forgetting it.
This whole
I'm not forgetting it. I'm not forgetting it. The Houston Texans have a very good defense, a great defense. And they have Watt in there for sure, and also they have Deshaun Watson. They have pretty good core of running backs. They have DeAndre Hopkins, receiver. They have Fedorowicz as a tight end who's but still, you got a couple guys still left on that team. Look, if our defense can play to the level we played at towards the end of the year, we will beat you guys. But that's why I said it's a question mark game.
And that's what I'm trying to say. But when you ask the basic question of who do I think might outscore, who might outscore who, I give it to the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree, but you think you're underestimating defense, baby.
No, I don't think so, because I still think that if we keep pounding the ball, running the ball, and playing smart, again, we're just short, quick, little plays, again, even the defense will wear down and give one or two, and that's what I'm trying to say. If we play that game smart, I think we can do it, and I think with Zeke back, 100% without any of this drama.
Oh, no, that's going to help our team as a whole. But I think that we have to, our defense has to stay top 10.
Yes.
And they were top 10 with a bad offense this year. So I think next year the key is.
And I really do think that next year our offense will improve.
It all comes down to the offensive line.
Or maybe I'm just being
I agree.
overly hopeful, but I do think that will improve.
Number one, first and foremost, to me, comes to the coaches, and that's that part we cannot help. I think the ability of the players out there are good to go. I think we're good. I think our receivers are good enough. I think our tight ends are good enough. I think our running back is obviously great. I think our quarterback is good enough. And those are our skill positions. And you have an offensive line, we have to have them healthy. If we have them healthy and we have somebody secure to back up Tyron Smith, now I don't know about Cooper, but we got, if we figure out the offensive line, I think we're set, and our defense will continue to improve. And now with a healthy offense working at full, if the coaches can somehow at least run half the time, I'll take that. I'd like 55 to 60%, but let's say it's 50%. All right. Well, I think that we need to establish the run, and it'll make things easier and more Dak Prescott friendly, as they said, if we were to, to establish the run first. Not try to get cute and run pass, or run pass, run, pass, run, pass, pass. It's too much passing in there. And that's the problem the Cowboys have gotten to. That's the way they did with Romo, and it worked better with Romo, but it doesn't work with Dak. It doesn't make Dak worse or better than Romo. It makes him different.
Exactly.
And that's what you need to do. You need to go to his strengths, and by his strengths, you need to go our strength as a team is behind that offensive line and with Zeke. If we do that, I was saying it earlier, if we do that, we will beat the Texans, and we'll beat a couple other teams I gave losses to. We could beat Carolina. Yeah. We could beat these teams. Our defense will be better, and our offense will be like we were last season, solid, conservative, running offense first, and we'll go 12 wins.
You know what? No, I think that's it. We only need to do one thing. What Low-Key Brace said, give Elliott 60 carries. That's it. 60 carries every game. Bam, done. Just kidding. I kind
of laughed and looked at the camera, but I said...
Just the point is Zeke the ball more.
Obviously, you can't do that, but you give him the ball. Don't give it to him 24 times and tell him, look how much we ran him. When out of those 24 times, you ran him 11 in the first quarter in a playoff type game that you needed to win.
Yeah.
And then you gave him the ball, 4 more times in the second quarter? So that means he had the ball, 9 times the whole second half? That's embarrassing. And we were in the lead. Usually when you're in the lead, and a team like the Cowboys the year before that...
You try to run up the score a little more.
Not run up the score. You try to run the clock down. You try to run the ball more. Not run up the score. You just try...
runs up the score naturally.
You want to score touchdowns, not field goals, but you actually want to keep the clock moving by running the ball.
Andrew McCall, thanks for joining us. He said that Kendrick Lamar performance just gave me all kinds of life. Go Dogs, keep pounding those bumps from Bama. Again, lots of Georgia fans, lots of people rooting for Georgia like this. So, and Low-Key Brace said, if we play you guys in week 7 or something like that, we'll blow you guys out. No? So, are you talking about the Texans?
Texas is what he's talking about.
Yeah, and honestly, that's my fear. If we get you guys early in the season, I do think that our chances are better. But I do think, for against Houston.
No, he's saying blow us out against weeks. That's early, week 7.
Oh, I guess. I don't know. I feel like that's already more than a quarter of the season's already passed. I think that's kind of early.
That's the early part of the season.
I don't know. I still consider that more towards the middle.
Well, I know it's the middle.
I'm just saying.
But anything before week 8 and 9, when you got a bye week, it could be our 6th game.
True.
It's still to me.
How would you feel if you ended up with an early bye week? Would you rather have an early bye week?
No. You want a later bye week into the season so you can cut the season up in a little bit better. Of course, you got to use it wherever, and it's always going to be good and bad wherever it falls on that particular team.
I know, but I think week 10 in general is a good one just because it splits it up a little better and it lets you reset those final
And again,
games
exactly, you have to reset those last 6-7 weeks, and then you also get to, if you're in the playoffs or have a chance to make it, you get to make a push, and then you get that playoff push as well with having a more recent bye week than most teams. So I'd rather have it later in the year.
The only person that early bye week really helped was Sean Lee, and he ended up getting hurt the game right after that.
Yeah.
That he came back. So I'm not sure how much it really helped.
I'm going to do this, and I want you to take over for me, baby, for a couple minutes. But guys, before this thing kicks off, which is going to be any minute, and I see somebody here saying a very I do say here Kendrick Lamar. Football Nerd says Kendrick Lamar overrated, and I agree. In the history of rap, I do. But here's a question, and maybe you hold it down for me while I'm gone. She doesn't know as much about hip hop as I do. Well, who do you think is better than? Who do you think is the best? Your favorite rapper of all time? And I'm curious what the answers are. I'm not gonna say mine right now, but I'll be back shortly. And if there's anybody that's actually answered it, I'll give my answers as well. How I think we rank with these with our fans' favorites, hip hop artists, guys of all time, not just now, because Kendrick Lamar is not one of the best. Yeah. Just saying. We'll leave it with that. It's kicking off, guys. I'll be right back.
Well, go. So, I'll start off by saying I'm not a fan of Kendrick Lamar. I'm generally not a fan of most rap. I think it's okay. But a lot of the newer rap that's come out recently, I'm definitely not a fan of at all. I like, at least before they try to use actual real words in it. But yeah. So Muhammad Sadi, thanks for joining us. You said Tupac. I don't want to assume Fiance's pick. I do think Tupac is going to be his, but I'm really not a big fan of rap. So, but as far as who I think is the most talented, like of all time, who I think is the most talented rapper of all time, I would say it's either Tupac, Shakur, of course Biggie, and I'm going to include Eminem in there just because, again, he has such a way with like a play on words and an actual rap skill as far as, like, rhythm and speed and just like his cadence and the way that he just, I don't know, his flow. I'm going to include those three. But again, Tupac was just like on another level. Even I can admit that, even though, rap isn't usually my thing. But, and of course Biggie too, he was just more of, I don't know, like the chill, laid back, like you could, I don't know, I feel like everybody could like Biggie more than Tupac, where, some of his songs either, you were like really like, whoa, or some of the other ones would make you think more. Anyway, so football nerd, Eminem in his prime, yep. And then Low-Key Bray said, if Elliott does really good, it'll put momentum in your defense, and that's the only way your defense is going to look good. But low-key, again, we were rated like 11th overall or 12th or something like that in a lot of spots. And that's what ooh, sack! Roquan Smith! Oh boy, Roquan Smith with a big sack! They're going to be forced to punt. Oh boy. Hope you guys are watching this. Let's see who blew it. Oh yeah, so 34 looks like was brought in to block and just couldn't stop Roquan Smith. Came right around. Ooh. There we go. So 80s Kendall, Lil Bow Wow. Yeah, I don't think he calls himself Lil Bow Wow anymore. I'm not sure what his name is now. But Low-Key Bray, NBA Youngboy. So if that's a rapper or an artist, I don't know who that is. So, oh boy, 73 is injured. Looks like an ankle injury. Jonah Williams. All right, so it looks like there's going to be a timeout possibly. I don't know. An injury timeout. All right, so Buddy Johnson said Tupac, of course. So, yeah, and again, Tupac, I mean, it's Tupac. There's a reason, and he really deserves to be there. I think, again, his creativity, like his thoughts, his way of thinking, and the way that he was able to express those in his music, and even when he was making more, like, controversial stuff, I don't know, Tupac just had a way with words. So, Kevin Federline. All right, 80s Ken doll. But yeah, so, and other than rap, let me know what other kinds of general music genre you like. But it is 4th and 8 here. 13 minutes and 22 seconds left. Alabama's punting, and there's a flag, of course. You dummy, you dummy, you dummy. Don't get too excited. Yep. Like I said, guys, don't get too excited. They blocked the punt, but it didn't matter. The reason they blocked it is because he, 87, moved early offsides, and then he also ran into their punters. So there you go, guys. Dumb mistakes, dumb penalties. Low-Key Bray, Roquan Smith is definitely a first rounder. At this point, possibly even a top 10 if he keeps playing like this. Number 4 is running it back. Ooh. Stopped at the 35, 30, the 37. So, yeah, so 80s Kendall, the only way I see us getting a shot at Roquan Smith is like Fiance said, if the Cowboys use some of these extra draft picks or some of our guys to try and move up in the draft. But again, we're at 19 right now. Fiance is predicting that we should just go somewhere like 11 or 12. And again, we'll have to see because after this game, I mean, he's playing really well. He just got a big sack right before this 4th down and before the offsides. And looks like another injury now to Georgia player number 19, it looks like. Another ankle or foot injury. So, and now we do get a commercial break after that injury. Hopefully he's all right, guys. That's 2 injuries, basically one right after the other. So, yeah, it was a 5-yard penalty. So, Roquan's a top 15 pick probably. So, there you go. So, again, if we move up just a few spots, depending on where he falls, will the Cowboys go for it? And that's the thing. That's where I'm questioning. If I see them going for someone, I hope it is someone like Roquan Smith. But again, if we keep Anthony Hitchens, they might feel like, oh, okay, that's enough. And they might decide to go wide receiver, which a lot of people are saying. And Calvin Ridley, I believe, was the other guy from this game that a lot of you guys are saying, oh, we really want the Cowboys to get and a good wide receiver. You know, so far it's not sure. I'm not sure which direction the Cowboys are leaning to, and we'll know a little bit more once they get into their player evaluation spots. Again, if they're really thinking about letting go of Bryce Butler, I do hope they try to get a good receiver, at least in the second round, someone who can make an impact and be useful. You know, and again, someone small and fast. It seems like you know, that's what we're needing right now on our team. You know, or someone mid-sized who, you know, but again, someone a little bit faster, someone who can get more separation than the guys we have right now. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me see. TJ Wittenbach. Yep, it was a 5-yard penalty. So Loki Bray said, I hope Cleveland waits 1 year longer and gets Lamar Houston. I mean, I'm not really sure who he is, but again, I doubt Cleveland is going to wait another year for him. And the Cowboys X Factor, thanks for joining us here again. So let me see. All right, thanks, X Factor. We're definitely going to check that out as soon as the stream is over, so that's pretty cool. Let me see. Do you want to keep Dez? I do. So give me just a second. All right, so do I want to keep Dez? At this point, yes. And I'm going to keep saying yes, not so much about the quality player that he is or that he was, because those are 2 different things, but because at the end of the day, letting him go is going to cost us more. And I don't see a team willing to pick him up because of how much money we're already paying him. And again, he's earned that money. He has earned that money. Let's make that clear. But hopefully his performance steps up. That's all I can really hope for. I was really excited and really hopeful this year. Again, part of it was Dak. It feels like a lot of it was Dez too. Hopefully Dez works on it. Definitely hope Dak works on it. Let's see what happens now during training camp and if they can connect a little more. So Georgia goes for a run here. Go ahead. Unfortunately, goes back 4 yards. So
wow. All right.
Let me see.
I've been hearing. Let's see what the consensus here were for the picks for the rappers, guys. Best hip hop artists of all time. Which one would you say is at the top? And I think we have. Let's see what the people said.
Tupac, Eminem in his prime, Lil Bow Wow, NBA YoungBoy, Tupac.
No, I see the answers. None of those.
Federline.
The answer is by far Kevin Federline. He's the
yes.
You got it.
Number 1.
No way. No way.
Weird Al Yankovic. There you go.
Ooh, look at that play.
Yeah.
Is that face mask right there?
Back. Well, I'm not seeing any flags.
No, me neither. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying which is the best one because there's so many good ones, but I think, yes, Tupac, you know.
I figured. I didn't want to assume.
No, definitely. That's definitely a good choice there. But Tupac, like you said, I think I heard you say too. See, I told you grab his helmet, see?
Yeah, so and then Cowboys X Factor.
That's a face mask.
So Noah Hernandez, the score is right here on the screen. It is 13-0 Bulldogs. So, and then X Factor said, I don't want to keep him. We need his cap space. He should be game changer at that salary. He's no longer that. Zeke is the only weapon we have.
Oh.
I mean, I disagree with that. You know, and again, if we cut him, don't we still have to pay him? Right?
Who?
If we cut Dez?
Yeah, we don't pay him the full thing, but we can pay him a large portion of it, yes.
Exactly. So we're still losing a lot of money. you know, if we just let go of him, and then another team can just sign him at that point as well. So, you know, we're not going to shoot ourselves in the foot here either. Yeah. You know, if we paid the money, we might as well try to get something out of it. You know,
this game is far from over, guys.
I don't want to just kick Dez to the curb.
Listen, like you said,
something happen.
Ooh, like you said earlier, baby. He's got an outside lane there.
Ooh,
looks like a face mask again. But no, I mean hold on, guys, 1 second.
So Jack Walker, thanks for joining us here tonight as well.
Jack Walker in the house.
So and X Factor, you'd be surprised. A lot of teams would be willing to take on Dez for a reasonable, like, 1-year incentive-laden contract or something like that. You know.
No, and that's
there's a lot of teams who, you know, would be able to overuse him, overexploit him in the sense that they'd have a quarterback that would just throw him the ball pretty much like half the game. You know, just because they'd have no one else.
But if he's not creating, if he's
really desperate for wide receivers right now,
the thing is that if he's not creating, you know, separation because of his tendonitis, supposedly that's the reason why he didn't say anything to the coach's staff at all about that. But if it's that, or you know, the fact that you can throw it to him 20 times in a game, it doesn't matter if he's constantly covered. Mm-hmm. You can't just force the play to him. He has to create separation. He has to get better routes and run better routes on him and also on the coaches. So they can't be so predictable, mm-hmm. the coaches. You know, the receiving coaches, the offensive coordinator, Lenahan. These guys cannot be predictable, and they have been. That's why it's a multitude of reasons why. But as far as catching the damn ball, that's where Dez is having the issues. And because Jerry Jones signed him to such a huge contract, you know, we have to take look, it's a choice to take DeMarco Murray or take Dez Bryant, and Jerry Jones signed Dez Bryant and let DeMarco Murray go, and then Dez Bryant hasn't been really the same since then.
Yeah, so Jack Walker said a lot of future NFL players playing in this game, and again in these games that's typically the case because there's such high quality teams. Yeah, and again we're looking at Roquan Smith for Georgia. You know, his number is 3. We're looking at number 19th pick. But I think that the Cowboys can package, as you said earlier as well, we have 5 picks in the 4th and 5th round, and then 5 picks outside of those 2 rounds. Yeah.
There's no reason why the Cowboys, in a spot where you can get players like Dak Prescott, like Xavier Woods, like Anthony Hitchens, who was a 4th-round pick himself. These guys, in the 4th and 5th rounds, you got Switzer. I'm just saying, my point is that you can get a lot of guys there. We can take, out of those 5 picks, take 2 of them with our 1st-round pick and trade it to someone else for their 7th and that 1st-round pick that makes us go up, you know, to the 11th spot or 12th spot, where we can then get Roquan Smith. Exactly.
So, and that's kind of the point. If he does it, get 13 touchdowns and 1,500 yards, cut him.
What?
Dez.
Again, that's something that, you know, you have to. That's something that comes down to Jerry Jones, plain and simple.
Look, as far as 1,000 yards,
what's worth the money or not?
It depends on how much you throw the ball and how much of a rotation you have with the receivers. Because honestly,
lineman took a bad guy got rolled on. And the backup is in now, number 70. So we'll see what happens as far as that's concerned.
Backups on these big games, you never know. But let's see what happens here, guys.
Yeah, X Factor's asking about Calvin Ridley. I mean,
don't worry, Jason Garrett. We'll trash talk you another day. Thanks for joining us.
We see Calvin Ridley right now.
They're going deep right away. Missed it.
And that's the thing Ridley can do. He's a big play guy, you know. And that's what people want on the other side of Dez. If they did get someone like him, there would be a lot of positives with that. Again, though, you know, if we solidify Hitchens, and what if we decide to keep or let go of Bryce Butler? Do you want to go Ridley?
I mean, and that's what I'm trying to say. If we do let go of Bryce Butler, then I do think that puts wide receiver more of a priority. But that's me imagining that we keep Hitchens while we're letting go of Butler. You get what I mean?
I think that's more possible than the other way around.
Exactly. So if that happens, as long as we keep Hitchens, I guess I don't necessarily hate the fact that we're not going too heavy on linebacker. I'm not happy about it. Let
me ask this question to our My Cowboys family and to you. Let me ask this to you guys, to you and to My Cowboys family, everybody. Would you rather have Hitchens And you know, I'm just trying to think of a combination here. Give me a second, because you get Roquan Smith and no Hitchens, but you get Bryce Butler.
I'd rather keep Hitchens. I think he's more important.
And you'd rather lose Bryce Butler.
Yeah.
Okay, but then you can get Ridley.
Yeah.
To kind of get
and even, and no offense, even if we didn't get Ridley, I would still say we need Hitchens more than we need Bryce Butler, because as much as I like Bryce Butler and I want to keep him, I think that we can replace him more easily than we can ever.
What if we get rid of Bryce Butler, and then we end up going in the draft, we go Roquan Smith and trade up?
I would still like that.
All right, how about this? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, just saying, but let's see what you guys have to say.
Well, I was going to say one more thing. What about one last thing? What about, would you rather trade a couple, hold on, look at all the time he has.
Oh, wow. No one's, run.
No,
and
good coverage.
Wow. How did he not get
sacked?
Wow.
Half the team is there. That's a first down. Wow.
His line did such a great job there.
That's a crazy play right there. Wow. Wow, the quarterback, 13, he was sacked by 4 guys.
How is there not a holding?
No time.
There?
So let's see, 1, 2, 3. 3 guys missed him, 4 missed him.
No, that's what I said. His line did a great job blocking for him.
Yeah.
Like, really,
there's a coverage,
all the way to the
there's
end.
A coverage almost sack. Ooh.
Quick
is that Ridley?
pass, yep.
It's Ridley.
Quick first down.
No, it's not. All right, I was just checking.
Oh, no. There you go.
I'm trying to key on the guys. Here's the thing.
Jack Walker said Hitchens. He'd rather keep Hitchens.
Okay,
so,
another question, though. Another question.
And then X Factor said he'd rather keep Bryce Butler over Hitchens in this scenario.
Wow, interesting. All right, fair enough. So you see how it's split.
Low-key Bray, you're what? What about Cole Beasley? I mean, Cole Beasley, he's not going anywhere in any of these scenarios we talked about.
Yeah, but again, there is a possibility there's some talk that they're looking to maybe trade, maybe not picked up after his contract is up. Depends how much it's going to cost. It's just rumors, but my question to that is, Switzer then gets moved into that spot for Beasley. You really don't change much. Let's see. Oh, it's a catch. First and goal on the 7.
Alabama's picking up steam.
Yeah, this
is
like
I said, it's never over till it's over. If the Falcons can lose a 28-3 lead, then a college team like Georgia can blow a lead like this.
Jack Walker says Bryce Butler from a loss. Bryce Butler, yeah, I agree, but it's a long way to go. It's halftime down by 2 touchdowns, by less than 2 touchdowns. But
they have the momentum
let's
see. Now.
Let's see what happens.
For now.
Hitting the end zone. 11, touchdown.
Told you. The momentum is on their side right now.
That was a big play on that missed sack. Mm-hmm. That changed the Crimson Tide.
No, you know what it was? the blocked punt turned neutral zone infraction.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah, I missed it.
Sorry, you were. So unfortunately, So when that happened, guys, I think that turned the tide of the game because they thought they blocked the punt, and they were all cheering. But no, 87 was he moved early.
Let's see if they hit this extra point, so I'm not wrong here.
It was a flag, so instead they had to kick the punt again.
Repunt?
Or repunt the ball. Sorry, I guess you don't kick the punt. You punt the punt.
He missed it.
Nope, it's good.
Okay, I didn't show.
All right, guys. So Georgia is still winning, but it is now 13-7.
Wow.
So let me see. Jack Walker, Bryce Butler hardly plays. Time to move on.
Well, here's I know.
TJ Wittenbach, I agree. Hopefully Georgia doesn't blow this game. I believe in them. I believe they can do it.
So do I. So do I. A lot of time in this game, though, and these are 2 powerhouse teams, guys. So it's not going to be a blowout as most people want to see. It's not. It's some the fans of each team. Not going to happen. Now listen, I have another question for the family here. Would you rather? This is a good one. I think this is a really good one. I might even make a video on this. But would you rather see the Cowboys stay at 19 and get Calvin Ridley at receiver, or would you rather the Cowboys make a package deal, let's say a 4th and a 5th round pick along with their first, to a team that's in the 10th, 11th, or 12th spot and move up with it to get their pick, moving from 19th to 12th or 19th to 11th, and giving up a 4th and a 5th round on top of that? Which one would you rather have to get Roquan Smith? So would you rather have Roquan Smith in that package deal, or would you rather have stay at 19 and get Calvin Ridley? What would you think, baby? That's a good one.
Ooh, I don't know. The cheap part of me wants to say stay at 19. I have to say. I think that maybe being conservative might
let's say we
be
keep Hitchens and we keep Bryce Butler.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
But let's say we keep Hitchens.
If we do that, what kind of linebacker could we get in the second round is what I'm thinking.
I don't know. I've only done a little bit of scratching off on top of the first round.
I still think that we might be able to get someone who can still help out a lot and be effective in the second round if we really want a linebacker, but I wouldn't mind having, a receiver like Ridley as someone who, again, can make those big plays, like you said, who might be able to do the kind of thing that we really need. Because if we have that player, if we have that guy who can have that connection with Dak, who can make those plays and help Dak and help the team overall, and then have Zeke running the ball, pounding the ball, and then have Dak, sometimes running the ball, and, and then again, working T. Will, all these other guys. I don't know. To me, that's not, and what name did I not mention here in general? Just Dez. And basically, I think Calvin Ridley could come in and replace, that number one wide receiver spot in the sense of the guy who we can really, count on for that, maybe that 1-2 big plays, who can get the separation we need in the big moment that, again, we've tried to force Dez to do, and Dak and Dez just can't seem to do it together. I don't know.
I mean, I see what you're saying,
but I guess it comes down to, is that a
lot of people are saying Ridley.
And that's what I'm saying. Is Ridley
Dak friendly?
A Dak friendly? Let me know, guys. What do you think? Is Ridley?
Someone
Dak
said,
friendly?
some football players said, what is his style like? I mean, I've been watching him here. He seems fast. He could he could stretch the field deep. Yeah. Obviously, he seems to be an athletic, very athletic receiver. I don't know if that last deep pass there he dropped or hit his hands or was overthrown a little bit. Yeah. We'll have to see about that. But I do think that I say. I'm a stickler on this. We have so many. Here's the way I look at it, guys. Especially if we sign Bryce Butler, but let's say we get neither or get both. It doesn't really change my view. I think Roquan Smith is more of a. They're both impact players. Do not get me wrong, but I don't want our offense to become more pushed to be a pass first offense. That scares me. And I think we have a lot of weapons on offense. T. Will makes the basic catches. We got two slot guys now. We got Beasley and Switzer, and you have basically. You have T. Will, and if you keep Bryce Butler,
I guess
you also have Des Bryant, a fumble.
No,
I thought he fumbled.
I see it.
Bryce,
I know.
But you have Bryce Butler, and you have Noah Brown, a rookie. You have Switzer, rookie. So I'm just trying to think of this list of guys, and there's so many, 2 young guys we picked last year. And now we're going to pick another rookie. Again, I don't have a problem with it, but I think that we have to, is the problem the game plan? Is it Dak Prescott, or is it the receivers? I think everyone's saying it's the receivers, and I don't know. You gave me more weapons for Dak, which is good. But he has so many weapons.
No. The point is that we haven't given Dak the right weapon, and that's the point. The weapon that Dez is supposed to be is just not there. And
we're going to use a draft pick to replace Dez, but we're still going to play Dez. So.
But use Dez differently. I mean, again, Dez is an excellent blocking wide receiver.
And that comes down to the coaches.
And again, we can use, like someone said, that whole 4 receiver thing. Having Dez out there blocking.
What a catch by number 5.
I agree. And again, that working Dez into the game plan differently, because having someone like Ridley would force us to do that.
Yeah, no,
but naturally, and that's what I'm trying to say. So it gives us a few more options. And again, these other rookies, like you said, these other wide receivers, yeah, they're good, but they're still not as good as Ridley. And our offense is the one that needs to spark the life. We know our running game is good. We know that in general,
I think any help our
defense
gets is going to help our team, because if our team is going to become a pass-first team, we need a strong defense.
But I still think we can find someone who can help us just as much in the second round, but I don't think that we'll find just as an explosive receiver in the first round. But like I said, Roquan Smith, I would not be upset or mad about that at all, because he is, again, dynamic and explosive. So
true. Butler said goodbye on his Twitter. That is very true. The way he's been talking out there, it's like he's gone from Dallas. So almost like he's going to go to Oakland. I do want to say, first off, Stronger King, what's up? How you doing, guys?
Yeah.
All you guys on here, Stronger King, Jack Walker, TJ Whitner, LT Metters in the house. What's up?
And LT Metters, actually,
Football
you said
nerd.
what I was saying. I just don't think the Cowboys are going to do that at all, though. I said, in our earlier videos, that the number one thing they should do is go for a left tackle or someone to replace Tyron Smith in the draft. But because I know they're never going to do that, I'm not even entertaining it as a thought, because I just don't see them doing that. That's it. And that's just me trying to be realistic about what the Cowboys are doing. So if obviously if any kind of word comes out that they might be looking that way, I'm going to be the first one to jump for joy, because it's either that, or like we've been saying all along, we need someone with experience, and we need to pay a little more But we need someone in there who knows what they're doing, who can save Tyron Smith.
What a pass.
He
Number
got
4. He's gone. Touchdown.
He's gone.
Wow.
Holy crap, guys.
Wow, what a play that was.
That had to be like 70-something yards.
Wow. Wow.
80-yard touchdown reception. Oh, no, there's a flag. Don't tell me there's a holding on Georgia.
It's here. It's at the 50. So it's on Georgia.
Oh, no.
Wow. Oh my goodness, a sideline interference penalty.
Oh my God, but on who?
On the coaches or on the players. They were too close. They interfered with the ref. They still count as a touchdown though.
So what's the penalty?
It's still a penalty, but it counts as a touchdown.
Okay. Geez, I thought they were going to call it back for a second. Oh
wow.
Boy. All right, guys. So as of now, before the extra point, right? They haven't kicked the extra point yet.
Wow, that's crazy.
No, they haven't. Before they kick the extra point, here they go.
I think they're reviewing the play because did he step out of bounds because he couldn't see the play. See, because the interference, the ref couldn't see the play and couldn't see if he went out of bounds. Now, gotta see.
Nope, he's not out of bounds yet.
Now, hold on. He touched him and he was out of bounds. It's out.
What?
See, listen. He touched the player who was touching out of bounds.
Does that count?
That counts as that being out, I think.
Oh, they're saying his heel hit out.
Let's see. I didn't see it. No, not there.
You can't see it there.
No, I can't see it there.
They're going to have to show the other angle again.
Right here? That's in.
It looks like he's in. I don't know, guys. I think it's too close to call.
Yeah, you can't overturn that.
That's what I'm trying to say, guys. That looks so close. I don't know if...
That looks like it's in. This is the line is on his foot.
Yeah, like he's right on. Like.
Wow.
Let's see. Yep.
Touchdown.
It's just too close to call, guys.
Georgia.
But what a play. What a play.
Georgia on my mind. Man, so right now, Ray, congrats right now. It's not over, though. Long way to go. Wow. It's a good game.
What an answer. I know, guys. I hope you guys are watching this game along with us because this is crazy.
Football Nerd said it's still kind of out. And that's the thing. Is it enough? I agree. It looks kind of out, but it looks kind of in. So, and it was a touchdown on the field. You have to go with the touchdown, the ruling on the field.
Yeah, and RoboFost, I know it sounds crazy to think that the Cowboys would go wide receiver. And it's good. So early in the draft after Dak's performance, but remember, they're not necessarily putting this all on Dak. They're a healthy part of this blame is going on the wide receivers for not getting enough separation, for not, I guess, adjusting or making the right moves. I mean, I can't speak to everything on the coaches' minds, but they've definitely made comments like this. The players themselves have made comments like this. I wouldn't be surprised if they do go wide receiver. Just because, again, just to get someone in there to either put pressure on them or, RoboFost said, do you think Dallas will go pass after the way Dak played this year? No. And I'm just kind of explaining. I see. So, Ultimator said, Jack Walker O-line was your bread and butter, though, in the 90s, too. That Atlanta game proved y'all are one player away from disaster. A swing that can play guard or tackle would be huge.
And again, I think you're saying as a rookie, I agree with you. If there was a guy that was out there that stuck out as that kind of player, what you're describing, and I agree 100%, but I don't think there's that out there. Exactly, at our spot where we're drafting it. And I don't think there is. And I think that I haven't heard many big-time first-round, sure bets as offensive linemen in the first round this year. Yeah. So it could be light on that. Maybe second round you go offensive tackle, a swing tackle that can play both sides, right and left, and also can play maybe a little bit of guard as well. We'll see Jonathan Cooper, how he rebounds, and see any free agency. I think that when I talked about the salary cap earlier and went through the whole long thing, and I've done it multiple times on this channel, multiple different days, that we can open up after signing Hitchens, Irving, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Zach Martin. Okay, we can still open up about anywhere between $20 to $30 million on the salary cap, guaranteed. And that's only by cutting Skandrick, Mayowa, Hanna, and a big one, set over $7 million for Tyrone Crawford. So if we do that, it's another $14 million. That gets put into that 30 that I said we'll have after signing those other guys. So I think there's, and then we restructure. That's also included. Restructuring Des Bryant contract, Frederick's contract, and Lee's contract opens up another $17 million. So 17 plus the 14, you see how we're getting about too close to that 30 million.
But again, restructuring so many guys feels a little dangerous.
Well, that's three guys. 3 guys, and you're cutting 4. True. That's not that basic. And I'm not including Chaz Green, Byron Bell. Right. My point, you put the extra money, he's going deep.
No, is he?
Oh, what a catch.
Did he catch it, or are they saying incomplete?
Incomplete.
Yeah.
I thought he caught it.
No, it looked kind of like it hit the ground, but I'm not sure if he put his hand underneath it. So
I mean, that's the way I see it as far as for the Cowboys. So when you look at it in that way, where do you need to focus on in the draft?
Space Cowboy 17, thanks for joining us. Sorry,
Space Cowboy in the house.
He said, my mom is losing her mind as a Bulldogs fan. I'm just sitting back and enjoying the game.
Here's a little thing, Space Cowboy. You might want to take a video of that and post it in reaction on your channel. It'd be fun. Do that. Try that.
All right, let's see.
Oh, look at that rush. What interception! Wow.
Oh, boy. Georgia's looking to put this game away.
Yeah, Rave must be going crazy right now.
Georgia is really wow. Oh, there's a flag.
Was it too much celebrating and stuff?
Maybe. Holding?
I'm looking.
I can't see it.
What happened there? Number 3 was blocking down the field. Number 3 is Ridley. Oh. They're getting like reprimanded for something. We missed the flag, but
yeah.
Oh, sorry. I think that after. What is he doing though? Number 3. See this Baker here, and guys, let me know what this guy's name is. I've heard about this guy before. Is he a first-round pick or is he a second-round pick? Because that guy, I've heard that somebody we might want to look into getting as a second-round guy. I'm just saying, a third-round guy. These guys are deeper. That's my point. I think when it comes to receivers, I think they're deeper. Maybe there's more impactful receivers you can get in the second and third rounds than you can get impactful linebackers in the second and third round. That's why I say, Roquan Smith a little more special. Yeah. And then you put him in with our defensive team that we have in there. We do a rotational thing. If we keep Aaron Nelly, he doesn't retire. We're keeping it rotational, and so you don't want to overwork Sean Lee. That's how you make his career last longer. You can put in Jalen Smith, and you can rotate in later on Roquan Smith for Hitchens if needed. But Hitchens is an Iron Man, and I mean you're going to sign him. You're going to sign him for to be a Cowboy the rest of his career, and he's bounced back from multiple injuries, and we've seen him do it. So I'm full confident in him. Lee's the opposite. We're not confident. They both play equally dominant out there. I would say Lee a little more because he's done it for a little longer. But who's done it more consistently? Anthony Hitchens has. So Hitchens is that vital to our team. He's the most underrated player on our team. That's the only thing that might help us sign him for a little cheaper because he's so underrated in the NFL. So I think we can afford to sign him to a long-term deal, along with the second round tender on Irving. And if we have to franchise tag DeMarcus Lawrence, and of course, re-signing his last year, Zach Martin, and again, extending his contract, which then we can give him bonuses and we can do different things and restructure it a certain way where we would gain money on his signing if we sign him long term, which we will. So when you add those things together, and then you cut Skandrick, Mayowa, Hanna, and Crawford, you're opening up another 14 after you sign those other guys. Mm-hmm. And you're opening up another 17 with Des Bryant. If you want to restructure, you could probably get $7 million off of him, and you can get another restructure. Guys, Des Bryant he's not taking a pay cut. Why should he? He earned that money.
Yeah.
So restructure his contract. He might get $7 million off of that. Travis Frederick easily get $7 million off of that, which we don't really want to do, but he's been restructuring his contract like the last 3 years. And Sean Lee, if you have to restructure his contract, you get about $3 million from that. That's another $17 million. So when you add that together, guys, you get $31 million. On top of the fact that we already solidified DeMarcus Lawrence, Irving, and Zach Martin. With that $31 million, you can use 6 to get Hitchens. You got $25 million left over. And we have to worry, and that's not including, again, Byron Bell, Chaz Green, Alfred Morris, those guys who I don't know if they're counting against our contract, but that's the guys we don't have to worry about. Now, when we have to re-sign our long snapper, we got to re-sign Keith Smith. We'll re-sign those guys with that extra money, but you got $25 million. So let's say you use another $5 million or so to get those other auxiliary players that are free agents on our team. And then you got another $20 million you can use now for let's say you use another chunk of that, of course, for rookies, probably another $5 or $10 million for rookies. But then you have $10 million to play with. And I say play with. You can get Bryce Butler. Mm-hmm. You can get, a veteran left tackle. I'm going to say it again, a veteran left tackle to play behind Tyron Smith. I know we're not going to let him go. I know if we did cut him, it's a whole different story, but we're not. So if we're going to keep him, we got to. Oh my goodness!
Interception.
Oh!
Alabama 99.
Oh my goodness! He tipped it up with one hand and caught it with the other. I don't know.
Got tackled by the quarterback. Holy crap, guys!
What
Atlanta
a play! What
comes back?
Alabama.
Alabama. Sorry, I said Atlanta. Sorry. Alabama.
Wow, 99 is tired.
Yeah, he should be.
Wow, just like that, right, guys? This thing's never over. You can't count it out. Fromm is the quarterback.
Let me see. If you get no help on offensive line, I would hate to see the boys get a nice safety. I'm not afraid of Heath. He's just okay.
Oh, there's a hole there.
Trust me, we never wanted 65. Heath in anyway.
Yeah. Who said that? LT? Yeah, I agree. We don't like Heath. He has just had above more than expected game.
He just manages to get interceptions for whatever reason or the other, more so than any other player on our team. And that's the only reason he stands out, other than Dan Bailey taking over for him. Well, we needed him to.
Yeah, football nerd. I do not see them re-signing Byron Bell. Chaz Green has a year on his contract. You might see him still there because they want to develop him into a guard. Which again, I'm not necessarily against him being a guard, but he has to not get hurt, and that's with hip flexors and this and that. He can be on the field. So that's a Cowboys deal right there. They still have. They might let his contract extend out if, again, they don't have anybody. Mm-hmm. If they can keep him for a cheap price, they might do that and maybe practice squad him or maybe, have him as I can't see you having him on the active roster, honestly. So, but Byron Bell probably gone. Like I said, Morris is gone. A couple other guys, Ben Wickery gone. I think we re-signed Brian Price. He's a nose tackle. He could be the backup nose tackle. Well, we need to get a nose tackle. That's the one technique on the defensive front. Somebody who plays over the center or over their left or right shoulder of the center.
I actually think we could also use maybe an extra corner.
Is that Roquan Smith coming in there? Out of bounds. Wow. Someone put that pressure on the quarterback, and he came fast on the outside.
I got to say, great job, though, by the receiver. He really
made that catch.
And again, you can see he really tried to get his feet in bounds.
LT Meta says, she said Atlanta already rooting against my Eagles.
So actually, I am rooting against your Eagles. I do hope. I said that I want to see a Saints Falcons championship game, so that would be really exciting to see. So sorry, LT, but you know what? I do think it's going to be an exciting game. It's going to be interesting to see how they match up against the Eagles defense.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's going to be a good. It's a screen.
Let me see.
Oh, it's
what? Oh my God! I thought it was going to be intercepted again.
Right? That was Roquan Smith breaking it up too.
Ooh.
Again, the way he plays reminds me of like Jalen Smith.
Yeah. A
little bit. His speed and his quickness. Number 3 in the middle. See him? He's very good at reading. He sneakily gets through blocks, and he has that quickness to accelerate through blocks. Look at him right here. He's getting blocked from behind. He still causes havoc.
3-on-3.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Those guys. One of those guys could be a Cowboy.
Smith on Ridley.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
So and that's what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't be upset or mad or both of them could be used to our advantage, but the key to all of this, I do think, and it sounds like
outside. Look at that rush.
Nice. Ooh, great job.
Wow, that defense is right on them. Georgia's defense, yeah.
And again, they really came back and made up for the fact that interception was once again intercepted. Because remember, they got.
This is a good jump. 15 has on 77.
He basically gets right around.
Yeah. He had a bigger jump on him. Do you like how that works, though, baby? Because you see how he actually lined up against the other guy.
Yeah.
But, his job is to create a pocket for the quarterback.
And he did.
Yeah. Well, he was a second too short, yeah. So let's see here. 5 minutes and 20 seconds.
43-yard attempt.
And they can make it 20-10 here. This is a big one. And he gets it.
Yep. This one he makes, guys. So, score is officially 20-10 Georgia with Alabama scoring a field goal. So
that's a good one.
Let's see. My comment made quite a stir yesterday. Eagles at 1. I have to admit, when I read your comment, I literally laughed out loud and snorted a little too because it was hilarious. I couldn't help it. That was funny. Ha. There you go.
That was good. I loved it.
Yeah, it was a good one. So LT Meta Nerd, I feel we'll win the next 3-5 years. All depends on Carson Wentz's development and his health. How healthy will he be after his injury? I really hope he's all right. Football Nerd said, Eagles will win their first ring after the apocalypse occurs. Hopefully that happens. Let me see. I really want a big run stuffing DT. Vita Via maybe. So Jack Walker.
Who said that? I've been hearing. Is that a first rounder right there? That Vita guy? Because I've heard a lot about him too. If he is a first rounder, that could be another possibility at 19.
Yeah. So now here's my question: as a defensive tackle, you said that we need more of a nose guard.
One technique, yes. So I mean, I think he does play that. I think that's what he can do that.
Yeah. So and again, is there any player that you can think of? I know you don't know too many of these guys, but is there any player you can think of that we might be able to develop into that though, or without too much effort, too much work, someone who, like you said, who sometimes plays at that position? So, and if you guys know of anyone else that you might want to see,
I don't know what the depth is going to be at that, but that's something that's probably not too much. There's
not too many guys.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's probably 10 guys in the draft that's going to be draft worthy, and not first round. I'm talking about in the whole draft. So again, it depends on when you can grab these guys. If you can grab them. Here's the way I see it. If you get Roquan Smith, I still go for him, but it depends. It depends on, for instance, it depends on if the Cowboys or whatever team wants to get something like this. One of the top. Whoa. He punched 84.
Wow.
They lose their composure a lot.
These Alabama guys.
Yeah, they expect to win, and when they don't, they get frustrated and start doing stupid penalties.
Well, and again, that's how you have to be
careful.
He's still running his mouth. Are you kidding me?
What happened? What is he doing? Who's he yelling at?
He's yelling at his own player.
Wow.
Guys, Alabama is falling apart.
Yeah, unraveling a little bit there. Please go back to him.
I have to say, yeah, they're going back to him. Yeah, that guy's gone.
Well, he's not ejected.
No, I think he's just leaving. He's walking off. He's walking to the locker room or something. Oh, I guess not. He's just sitting down by himself. I don't know. What would you guys do as a coach if one of your players went after another one of your players? I don't know, guys. And nope, stop. Oh, yep.
Nice defense there again, though, by Alabama. And
this is football nerd. Don't worry about it. We don't care. We know people just want to see the game, and
it's all right. We know it's happening. We know it's going to happen. It's not that big of a deal. We're just here for my Cowboys family. You're going to get a lot of people that trickle in here from other things.
We do this for you guys. The people who do appreciate it, enjoy it, and want to hear our thoughts and break it down and hear.
And again, we have 4 or 5 new people, 4 or 5 new people that jumped in and decided to become part of my Cowboys family, and that's what we have. It's all about spreading the love. My Cowboys family. Share the info, guys. Share the.
Oh, he's going. He made it.
That's 1 foot he needs. He got it.
Yep. Wow.
What a nice catch.
Let me see.
First down.
Yeah, Jack Walker said, check him out. He's huge but super athletic. About Vita Via.
I haven't heard of him, yes.
Wentz will be fine as long as that golden arm stays protected. I agree. And then, let me see. What is your take on the Giants and the Redskins? Any chance they'll be a threat next season? No East winner has won in a row since the Eagles. I think the Giants can be a threat and will be a threat as long as Odell stays healthy. I do think that the Skins are going through a weird transitioning phase, and I don't see them being much of a factor next year. That's just me being realistic. I don't know who they could put in as quarterback. Actually, Alex Smith. Who the heck knows? I don't know. But, I think they're going to go through a rough year. Is all I'm gonna say. Regardless of who they put in there,
it's funny because they have a lot of good. It's so funny because they have a lot of pieces there. They have
that should be successful, but again,
there's some decent defensive players like Josh Norman and Kerrigan, and there are a lot of good players in that team, and they can't seem to get it together.
And that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think that this next year is going to be the year they get it together. I think it's going to be one of those rebuilding years.
Well, the offensive line is consistently injured. The quarterback's got it. Nothing. Lost a yard. Half a yard.
So let me see. He's out of the game. So so TJ went back. It sounds like that guy was ejected from the game. I'd send him to the locker room and call his mom and grandma. Yeah, Jack Walker, exactly. I would at least send him to the locker room, have someone go in there with him and talk some sense into him, but I'm not sure if I would let him back out there. Again, it's one thing to get upset and angry, have some emotions or whatever, but to go after one of your own teammates shows a deeper level of something that you can't do that. Can't do that. So Logan Ball out. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being out here.
What's up?
Eagles are 1. Honestly, do you guys think we can beat the Falcons?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, nice defense there. 39.
I don't think you guys are, I don't think it's going to be a blowout game. I do think it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, for sure.
But, again, Nick Foles is just not a starter. That's it. And if he was a starter, and if he could play like a starter, he would be one. So,
I think the Falcons
he
win
can
this.
Definitely...
Wait, what did you say? Who was saying that about beating us? I'm sorry.
No, Eagles are one said, do we honestly think that the Eagles can beat the Falcons?
Oh,
and I said that they could. I think in that, realistically, do I think they will? No, but I think they can. I think it's going to be a close game, and I think there's still a good chance.
Fake punt. What was that? That was weird. That was a weird play. He was fake punting, and then he punted.
Keep them on their toes.
I guess, yeah. Maybe.
Hey, what? I'm just saying, Georgia so far has managed to be successful in this game with a lot of trickery, a lot of
smart play calling.
There you go. So what you're saying is it's Eagles and Cowboys for the division next year.
Yeah.
LT matters right now, yes, but we also said that
Giants.
this year was going to be Cowboys and Giants. So I don't want to speak too soon, but if the Redskins get rid of their quarterback, I think regardless of who they put in there, they're going to be figuring things out.
Yeah.
I don't see them just being automatically explosive. And again, the Giants definitely going to be up there, but they still have a lot of question marks in a lot of places, and their offensive line is just too much of a big hole. So,
wow,
first down,
big run,
17 yards.
Nice play too.
Yep. So, and again, you Eagles, if Carson Wentz comes back, you guys have a scary team. That's it. I mean, hello. Your first seed.
Defense is good, solid. Your offense has some good players on there. You added to this preseason, the free agency. I'm sorry. Yeah. So you guys added a lot of good players.
But I also think that the Cowboys are, again, defensively the best we've ever been in a long time.
Ridley.
At least recently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're definitely in a good spot. I think that if we play it smart, we can make a lot of good right now and long-term moves. And I think that, I hope, maybe I should say, that Dak improves and that Zeke gets back to running the ball. So... And Wentz was playing the Eagles would get to the NFC Championship, in my opinion. That 100%. I would agree. And even against the Falcons, I think that if you guys had Wentz, I think that you guys would win that game.
Yeah.
LT Matters, I agree, nerd, tough loss, but we can win if we pressure Ryan with the front four. And again, and that's the thing. If your defense does enough and Nick Foles manages to make something happen.
Right, that's your chance to win.
This is the playoffs, and the playoffs are a different monster than a regular season game. Things are different.
You go for it here? I go for it.
Here we go. But the big difference is you guys didn't rest your starters. You guys did play your starters until about almost the end of the first quarter. The Giants. They played like 3 series, right?
Yeah. Is that Roquan?
Yeah.
Look at Roquan Smith, guys. I mean, look at this guy coming from the middle and making that stop short of the first down. This guy is a monster. We need to get him somehow. I'm sorry. I'm still going to say we need to get Roquan Smith.
And that's what I'm trying to say. That if they do that, then the Cowboys need to be smart. And again,
package in a couple picks and get that move up whatever spaces you need to get Roquan Smith. I see him being, again, outside top 10.
For it.
Outside top 10. Get an 11th or 12th pick. Depending on the teams, I want to know what our true chance is to go and move up to that spot. If we can give up a 3rd and a 5th, a 4th and a 5th, I don't know, whatever it is, I would like to know what it is. What's our chance as far as getting, packaging in a deal and moving up to that spot because of the other teams. See, the other teams are important. The top 10.
Yeah.
So someone's getting a stretcher.
That's a really serious injury here.
Is he having like a chest pain?
Yeah, guys, I'm not sure what kind of injury.
They have the stretcher out there, and something's happening. He's on the ground doing something.
Let us know if you guys heard it, just because we were talking to you guys while they were talking. So
we're watching the last play right now of the third quarter right here. It's a run for a gain of 3.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's the end of the quarter. Let's hit some of these questions. If there's any questions out there, guys, again, want to reiterate, first and foremost, guys, thank you all for joining us tonight for this game. There's one more quarter left, and it's 20-10, Georgia beating Alabama for the national championship. Although, and I want to reiterate this, guys, we know the number one team in the whole college football, of all college footballs, are the UCF Golden Knights. They are the true national champions at 13-0, baby. So anyways, just wanted to clear that up. Now, of course, guys, hit that like button, that thumbs up button to improve our just people's searches for things related to this channel. That definitely helps us if you hit that like button for the stream. If you're new, hit subscribe. Guys, join My Cowboys family. We're just on 6 months right now, a little over 6 months being on YouTube, and we're growing every day. And make sure you hit the notification bell. It makes sure you guys get a notification, usually YouTube, when it's working. Yes. When YouTube is working properly, they will send you a notification when we go live so we can discuss, football, Cowboys mainly, first and foremost. But we do daily videos, guys. We do daily discussions. This counts as our daily discussion. We already gave the Cowboy news. We talk NFL news and sports news, family news, everything news, guys, and all kinds of things. Yesterday I posted a dumb driver post. So, you never know what might come up here. So make sure you keep that notification bell on. And guys, last but not least, our weekly Super Chat leaderboard. The winner gets to advertise whatever they like down here every week, the one who donates the most.
That's right.
And you guys, that money goes to the channel. We keep it in a special place for just this channel, and we are slowly but surely going to improve a lot of things on here as next season comes around the corner here in 2018. So thank you all who have helped. Special thanks to DJ Crown J for winning it this third week in a row. Right. He'll be having his own channel soon, and we'll be advertising hardcore for him.
Guys, he's gonna have some great stuff going on there.
Yeah, for sure. And you have Slim Shady, guys, who is so far leading, and Johnny Boy, who is in second place. Both of them donated through PayPal. We also have a Patreon account, and of course Super Chat, which I think someone donated. And who is it?
I think Slim Shady.
Whoa!
There you go.
Solidifying his
Slim
lead.
Shady
Thank you. Going $2 into the Super Chat. Awesome. Thank you, Slim Shady. You stay on top. It was close. Now it's a little bit less close. Yeah. You're pulling away a little bit from Johnny Boy.
Guys, thank you for all the support. And we will be having some Patreon exclusive content as well. So if you do prefer to support through Patreon, you'll be able to see some of that.
Thank you guys. Don't worry, guys.
All of our main content, everything, all the major stuff will always be right here at My Cowboys family.
Yes. Thank you, Slim Shady, so much.
Slim Shady.
Now, I on that note, let's get this little story here.
You're a Lions fan.
I know exactly. We're glad you're on here, Eminem. But listen, no, I'm looking here and I'm seeing that Nick Saban and Jason Garrett are part of a connection. They have a connection. Since we're talking about, look, here's the guy who something's wrong with him on the sideline.
Let me see.
For whom the belt holds. What's up? How you doing? Jack Walker, Eagles 01, LT Matters, football nerd.
What? They said he's unconscious?
He collapsed.
Oh, and it looks like one of the medical staff was yelling at the cameraman.
So he just passed out, guy. That's pretty serious. That could be a heart condition of some sort. Wow.
Okay, so it looks like he let out a little bit of a smile. It sounds like he
kind of regaining his wits. Wow, what a run.
At least that's a somewhat good sign that it's not anything, like he's like dying or anything. So.
Wow. So, guys, wow. So we got that update. That's kind of a serious one there. Let's see here. So Garrett, Nick Saban, part of a mutual admiration society. And just listen to this, guys. Something about basically they developed a friendship, but he never really wanted to really hire him on his staff. So when you see, he got to interview him. You got to interview Jason Garrett. He hasn't even coached. He just got finished playing. So then he goes, I didn't want to do it. I fought it. Finally, we're at the Senior Bowl, and Jason Garrett happened to be there. And I said, okay, I'll talk to the guy now. So then after he talked to him and got to understand his level of intelligence and understanding of the not only that quarterback and developing quarterback, so developing as a quarterback, but also, trying to, how he has a very keen intelligence. Kind of reminds me of Kellen Moore. Yeah. A little bit, right? Doesn't it? A little bit. He never really make it as an NFL quarterback, as a starting NFL quarterback, but.
Well, for whom the bell tolls said, Cowboys problems: 1, Jerry Jones; 2, the owner; 3, the GM.
All three, Jerry Jones, correct. You're 100% right, man. 100%.
You got it.
LT Matters, LOL. Thank you. I don't know if it was us or something else, but wow, that's crazy. No, I'm looking at the fight here again. I'll retweet it, guys, on Twitter. If you guys haven't yet followed on Twitter, make sure you follow us on Twitter. Not sure what's wrong with our TV feed.
Yeah, here.
But
I'll come back in a sec.
Okay. I just retweeted the fight, the little argument that was going online on the sidelines, where there was a fight going on with number 20. Was it 48? Number 48 was crazy. Kind of. I just retweeted it real quick on our Twitter. So guys, make sure you check us out there on Twitter. My Cowboys Family at Twitter, whatever that is, and our email, guys. If you guys send us, for those that haven't yet and have donated the $10 or more, if you want one. You know, you can email us and let us know you don't want one, but just let us know either way. We still have about half of you guys who have not got us your mailing location. So to get your rubber My Cowboy Family wristbands, custom made, and again, no star for those Eagle fans and other fans out there that might want one. You don't have to wear it, but it is our token of our appreciation, a memento. Thank you, guys, for those that donate over $10. Sack by Alabama. Big sack by 99 once again. I want to draft him in the 3rd round, whoever this guy is.
Fixed it just in time. And Jack Walker, what a sack. That was a...
Dilly, Slim Shady.
Yeah, so now
who is that? Is that really your fiance?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, your fiance?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
so there you go, guys. Right? Yes, I am modding. Yes. I
was making sure. I know someone made up that or something.
No. That's really me.
Okay, good.
So yes, guys, if you are wondering, my Cowboys fiance in the chat really is my Cowboys fiance. So.
Hey guys, thank you to again as you say,
helping out the mod
Dilly. Yes, that too, but also Dilly Slim Shady. Thank you.
Thank you for all the support, and thank you for all of you guys as well for being here, watching, liking, commenting, sharing, all that stuff, and just being part of my Cowboys family.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey guys, remember we try to do this 24/7.
Send Garrett to Bama for future cheerleaders. Yes, he can teach them how to clap.
That'd be cool.
LT Metters, I'm tired of Bama. I appreciate what they do, of course, but the few teams with the best recruits each year will win each year. College football should only have 40 teams or less. The problem is that there's like thousands of colleges and realistically hundreds that are all competing for all these spots.
And it's only really narrowing it down. And there's really only like 30 that have a chance.
Exactly.
And UCF, even when they're the best record in college football and they've beaten teams that are proven.
Yeah.
It's still not enough. It's not even that they don't have enough. They don't have a chance to be in this tournament because they want to get the big names. They don't have a chance to
compete with the big names in general.
And we already beat one of the big names in just a one-on-one matchup in a bowl game, which is overall meaningless. You know, I'm sorry, but if UCF played and happens to beat Georgia or beat Oklahoma or beat whoever, Clemson, or beat Alabama, and now we're in the championship game, let us earn it. Let us get in there and do it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what,
D1.
We should be a top 4 team, UCF. Case closed.
So LT said reduce D1, Division 1. Like reduce Division 1 football.
What do you mean? As far as what? We are?
No. Like, I guess reduce it. Like,
reduce
shrink it down. Like, have less teams in Division 1. Like,
I mean, that would be...
Make it more exclusive, I guess?
Yeah. No, that would be smart and better. That would be more... I think that would be better. But
then don't we end up with a situation almost kind of like the NBA where you just have, like, 2, 3, 4, like, super teams, super schools? But I guess it's kind of that way now, isn't it?
I mean, right now it's just giving everybody the feel like you have a chance, but you don't. My brother, who is a USF fan, and we have USF Tampa Bay Gaming on here too somewhere, that he said that he's a USF fan. He was rooting for UCF, even though they're are bitter rivals because he was tracking to see if his team. He tracked them last year, I think, or this year, because they were ranked start of the season, USF, and they had a chance to. They were like a certain record until a certain point of the season where they were still in the top rankings, and he wanted to see if he finished undefeated. And of course, it never happened because they lost in the middle of the year. Yeah. But if they finished undefeated, would they have had a chance? And UCF was like the other I guess secondary option as proof.
Yeah.
And UCF actually went undefeated, and they still were not given a chance to go into the college playoff system. He said he's done with the playoffs with the college football as far as everything outside of USF for his school, but he's done watching these games. He said he's done supporting these games. He would go to these games, sometimes appear at these games, go live, going to the games live. even if it's not USF. So he said he's done with college football and giving a damn about it because it's just about the money 100%. There's no chance for any team outside of those big conference schools to make it to these playoff tournaments.
And the LT basically says the same thing that, So
Agreed.
Cowboys Abroad, thanks for joining us here again.
Cowboys Abroad,
nice
man. Glad you can sneak back in.
Yep. Chris Plumage says, why couldn't they have a bigger playoff format like the smaller divisions do? And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's ways that they can work around it and still keep all this hoopla, if they really want, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
But they choose not to, again, because it's easy and comfortable this way. But is it sustainable long term? I think that we're maybe starting to get to the point where, things might be able to change. I just don't see change happening anytime soon, let's be real, because money rules, but...
There's a running play here. 22 just broke it for another 15-yard gain.
First down.
Should be a helmet to helmet. Yeah, I agree.
It looked like you punched him in the helmet.
So thank you, Slim Shady, for that $2 drop, extending your lead slightly, but now extending it a little bit more over Johnny Boy. Thank you both for that. And thank you to all the donators, all you guys who subscribe, all you guys who chat in here with us. Thank you all for your help.
80s Kendall said we should have an
8-team
playoff and get teams from every conference. That would be cool.
Good idea. I like that.
That's cool.
I like that. But these teams in the big conferences have so much more to lose. That's why they don't schedule us. Teams like UCF. Whoa! What a play by 78. Just walloped them and then did a little crawl.
Little army crawl.
But they still got a first down.
But still, he hit
him hard. Look at him. He's walking around like a soldier there. Wow. What a move here, though. But then, boom.
Yeah,
Roquan Smith. Man, nice. But, Roquan Smith is the one.
Yeah, he's the one that stopped him because he was the one in front of him.
Exactly. He's the one that really slowed him down to make that hit. But, yes, Roquan Smith was here. Let's look at this. Woo. I mean, they're definitely driving right now. Guys, we're just, we're at 10.5 minutes here.
There's still a lot
They get a touchdown. It's 20-17. At worst, it's 20-13. It's still a one-score game here if they can get down here and get some points. So this is interesting. They benched their quarterback. You know that, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, LT Matter said, getting to know you question, how did you look out and meet a woman who has a passion for football? Did he look into that, or is fiance just a big fan? So,
big play here, first off. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. To the 10-yard line. And, baby, that's
crazy.
I like that question. I like that question by LT.
How'd you look out? How'd you get so lucky?
I got very lucky.
Let the world know.
I got extremely lucky. Oh. And the fact that she, likes football, well, as you can tell you that she does not like football. She never liked football.
And I'm not joking. I
lucked out.
The best way to say is that when we first met, I accepted football. I didn't mind that he was a passionate football fan. I thought it was interesting. But again, I had my own interests. It never bothered me. I kind of just did my own thing while he watched the games.
And occasionally she would watch the games, but she would just know the basics, like a first down maybe and a touchdown, of course. That's about it.
And and then the big 3-4 names. So, but again, the more I was exposed to it, and of course, around fiance here was a lot. The more I watched more football, the more I got into it. And then my son also getting into it, he instantly was just like, football.
Yeah, and I mean, he loved football, but flag football, playing it, just the first steps of football, just the basics.
And again, from that.
Almost a touchdown. So she's learned a lot of this is on her own, guys, just on exposure for these 6 months. And before this, I mean, she kind of really knew it last year.
Yeah.
You really were hooked. I mean, to her, it was almost like watching reality TV.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to say, guys. I've given up TV shows for football. So, and
but that's not me, guys. This is all her.
That's just my own interest, because I can tell you right now, I could have just as easily continued to do my own thing. I have plenty of other interests outside of football. I love video games. I love reading very much. I love Game of Thrones right now very, very, very much.
Very passionate about that. And we're going to do some stuff on that maybe too, guys, as we, well, it's not comes out to 2019.
But I'm also, but I've never been into sports. I'm not an athletic person. I've never been very coordinated. My sister got all of that. But now that I understand football, I have a much bigger appreciation for sports in general, and and I respect, and I'm a little jealous of people who can do those things, because that's the point. If we could all do it, it wouldn't be cool. But these guys can just, they're just so athletic. They really are just elite, and they can do these things that no one else can do, and play this game that just demands every bit of mental strength and physical prowess that you can imagine. It's like, I don't know, it's just really cool. Anyway, let me stop rambling.
Yeah, wow, she sells it. She's in love with every football player ever born. Thank goodness I played a little bit.
There you go. So that's my slightly long-winded answer, but yes. So.
But I am more in love with not the players, but more of the gameplay. Sorry, I'm not womanly like that.
I didn't say I was in love with the players.
You know what I mean?
Oh well, no, it's more. Again, I guess it's different for you because, you've actually played football. And again, the strategy behind it is, don't get me wrong.
That to me is what's special about it.
Interesting, but I think, it really comes down to just the basic appreciation that I feel like hopefully anyone can have just for watching football, watching these guys do these incredible, amazing things.
No, I know. The athleticism in it is great, but also you can see that in basketball. You can see it in hockey. You can see it in hockey. You can see it in soccer. You can see it in, I guess, in baseball sometimes.
No, it's not the same, and that's
why.
Not
golf.
No, and
but football,
the strategy behind football is why it's so amazing that these guys can do what they do.
That's what I'm saying. But the strategy is what's the most impressive to me. But again, when you think about running back that can do the things that running backs can do the best. The receivers that make the best catches, the quarterbacks that make the best throws and make the best reads. Whether it's physical, it's not all physical ability. It's a lot of his brain.
I know.
And you need to have brains to play football, especially.
I'm not trying to discount that.
I know, especially.
I'm just saying that you can have all the brain you want, Kellen Moore.
Right.
Unless you can execute, it doesn't mean diddly squat.
And you can have a lot of ability, like Jameis Winston, and not be able to execute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And again, it's I'm trying to say that it's like two different.
You have to have both to be successful.
For sure.
So. But that's why, again, the NFL is elite. That's the point. You usually aren't too successful in the NFL if you don't have at least a little bit of both. Obviously, you have to have a lot more than just a little. So, all right, guys, back to this game.
And by the way, we are going to still plan to have a question and answer with our fans, our subscribers.
Yes.
So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're going to put up more information soon about where we're going to have our special. It's going to be really non-football, or it could be football too if you guys have football questions, but it's more of a getting to know us, my Cowboys family here, myself, fiance, little J, little G, and then we'll have auxiliary questions for grandma
yes.
of my Cowboys family. So 9 minutes and 34 seconds, guys. Georgia's holding on to a 20-10 lead. Alabama's driving. They're on the 12-yard line right now, about to score, going to the end zone.
Touchdown.
Interception.
Incomplete.
Well, you see him catch it? I want to know if he had 1 foot. They have to replay that.
Review it?
Of course.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Let's see what
that could be an interception. That could be a 3-point swing right there. Let's see, because that was close.
1.
No, right there. Nope.
Yeah, no.
He re-caught the ball.
Yeah, he didn't have full control of the ball.
Close, but not close enough. No.
So still a great, still a great move, but
if it's like NFL.
Kingstar Vids, what's up? Thanks for joining us.
Kingstar in the house. Guys, don't forget, hit that like button. We got a lot of people that hit the dislike today because they thought they were going to see the stream. And, of course, we don't ever do the streams here, right? Or we want to, I'm sorry, the stream of the actual game and show the actual game. We're not going to do that because we wouldn't be here tomorrow. So
yeah, here's a little secret, though, guys. Even dislikes are considered interactions, so it actually still boosts our channel. So thank you guys for disliking. You still help us. We'd
rather it goes this way, guys, but we understand if you don't like it. It's your call. If you like what we're saying, hit a little thumbs up, and if you like what we're doing on this channel, hit thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell so you hear all our stuff. And guys, if you ever want to donate through PayPal, you can go through there. But some of our more personal subscribers do go through there. But then we also know that there's the super chat we just opened up 3 weeks ago on our channel, so check that out. And of course, Patreon, which is also listed on here as well. So check it out there. We have special content coming in through there. So if you donate through there, you're eligible to see that content, which is more more vulgar in language, I guess you would say.
Not quite so family friendly.
Yeah, not so family friendly, but with the language issues, we try to keep it family friendly here. So, guys, thank you. Even with that, they still unmonetize our channel multiple times for some unknown reason, with minimal, like a 0.5% of cursing in this whole channel of hours that we put out. Nothing bad that we ever put out here. And even in the chat, you guys are awesome with the mods and everything. So thank you for helping keep it family friendly. And with all that, we still get demonetized. So we're making zero money on the few ads that are on here.
Yeah, really.
Fourth down. Yep.
Yeah,
incomplete.
Good. So Kellen Moore's quarterback coach. I don't know what's the thing.
It's still not confirmed. We said it earlier. Stephen Jones said we are looking into talking to him about it, but nothing has been decided yet. He hasn't officially retired yet, but expect. And when it happens, we're not going to report again on it. We already did. He is going to retire officially and become quarterback coach of the Dallas Cowboys. That is Kellen Moore. I don't know how to. I'm going to just say let's give him a chance and see what happens. Now,
Alabama is going for.
He's a smart guy. Let's see if he can be a good quarterbacks coach. Some word is that they're trying to groom him to be the offensive coordinator one day.
And he missed. Oh, he made it. Oh man.
I was waiting for those reps.
Stupid angle. Oh God,
That's
I hate it, guys. Those
reaction.
camera angles always get me. Oh. I thought he missed. I was so excited.
I always wait for the refs. Always wait for the refs. Well, guys, it's coming down.
My real wrong reaction.
It's coming down to a barn burner here. You never know. I mean, look, Georgia's been pretty good on offense, so they drive down the field and get a field goal.
7 points. So
yeah, I know. They got a shot.
You know what? They have a shot. So Georgia, let's put some points on the board.
Let's see here. Yeah, no, exactly. LT matters. It's not. We had some videos before they even go live on these streams. They demonetize it. It's just like it's their stupid system that they have on here for YouTube. And I'm telling you guys, when we make the few things we make from the ads, which again it does help. We had a little like a thing. We just go for microphones, and again. The little bit we get, we have to wait sometimes a month before we can get a microphone or more. So, it's so little. And then on top of that, they demonetize it and don't forget about that 40, whatever it is to catch up, to get enough into that for the month, It becomes an issue where, it cuts your little bit of help that you get just to kind of maintain it on a regular basis and do daily videos. It makes it almost, irrelevant on that side of things, unfortunately. So, that's why we appreciate all the donations. LT Matters, you're an Eagle fan that helped support our channel so much. So thank you so much. Still the record for the one-time biggest donation. So we appreciate that big time, man. Thank you, LT. But yes, man, clicking on your ads help. Yes, clicking on the ads do help. When you see the ads, that means that's a I guess an ad slipped through, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that it's just a limited thing. It's like they review it. Sometimes they review it for 2 weeks. At that point, the news is old, so nobody needs to check the video out anymore. And again, it's just a temporary thing until maybe we get more subscribers, and then we can just limit the ads as time goes on the channel. But that little bit, it helps us maintain. Just getting new microphones. Our second microphone, some help from Cowboys Abroad from our Patreon account. He donated through there, along with others like DJ Crown J, who's hugely donated through Patreon, but much more through Super Chat. So that's another way to kind of bypass the demonetization that silly YouTube has, a little stupid system that they have integrated in here. So. Yeah, all the ads. If you click them, that means that that ad is being monetized for that channel, for that stream, or that video. So it does help us if you click that and check it out. And some of them, honestly, some of them are pretty good. If you watch them all the way through, that all aside from if you click them and go back and watch them all the way through, that also helps as well. So all and any things like that related to our ads help, guys. Thank you. Very much. And of course the content you guys provide by talking in here, guys, that's a big deal for us here to keep the channel rolling and keep new questions and new ideas flowing through here. So thank you guys. And again, we try to catch the questions as many as we can, all of them as it grows slowly but surely. It's going to be harder to get all the questions. That's another wise use of Super Chat. If there's a question you really want us to answer or look into or talk about, we talk about everything. Oh, what a tackle by 48. If you guys have a comment or something like that based on that, then let us know, because we will, do a Super Chat if it's for $1 or $2, whatever it is, the minimum, and we'll at least get to see your question and answer, especially as we grow. So just keep that in mind, guys, as well. There's a lot of uses for these things, and you can attach a question to the Super Chat. Just keep that in mind as well. Yeah, I'm going to give him a chance, Kingstar Vids. I'm going to give Kellen Moore a chance. Simmons family in the house. What's up? Family and families, man. We love it. Make sure you don't forget, hit that like button for the stream, guys. Let's see what else we have here. Ooh. Any 80s King Doll says, ever since Google took over, YouTube has gotten bad. Yeah, it's gotten worse. They had a lot of these. Oh, again, they're doing that split play with the quarterback. They're trying to mess with them. Wow. They're running out right. That time, no yards for Chubb. Yeah, that's a good one. No, as far as Google taking over, I agree it's gotten worse, a lot worse. And there's been other times on here where I've looked back and I saw some ads for monetization issues that they've had, and if we were doing what was done a year ago, if we were putting up these same numbers and the growth of this channel, and it was a year ago, we probably would have 4 times more through the ads and through the through that service. It would have been probably 4 times more that this channel would have been able to make, to help towards the channel. So, when you think about that, it's crazy how much they've already cut off. They've cut about 3/4 of any kind of ad profit, monetization profit off of all of YouTube. And now they're making it even more difficult. So even though you're getting 100% of whatever they're allowing you right now, when they do demonetize these streams, sometimes it's limited. So sometimes you might get, instead of 2 ads on a 3-hour stream, or 3 ads in a 3-hour stream, you might get 6 ads if it's monetized. So, and that doubles or sometimes quadruples the amount, the pennies that are made per video like that. Every time you guys click it, it might be one or two of you guys might only produce 2 or 3 pennies a stream, but if there's 20 of you, and it starts to add up over a course of time, that's what I'm saying. That's what we're trying to do by providing content. You understand that you guys want to see, whether it's talking through a game. Again, we go live. Not everybody can make it every single day live. So we get different people, different times of the day. There's different fans that come in here. Some don't get to talk as much later. Some don't get to talk as much earlier. So when we do a stream like this, it kind of covers both sets of groups of fans. So guys, we appreciate all you guys, all the subscribers out here, all our supporters. Thank you all. Let's see. So LT Meadow says, I can't see the game. I'm working, but who has momentum in this game? For sure, Alabama has momentum right now. Georgia is punting the ball. 4th and 1. They couldn't get the first. 7 minutes and 15 seconds and ticking. And let's see. The return is on the 33-yard line, 34-yard line. So Alabama, guys, this is big. 7 minutes and 10 seconds in the 4th quarter. Georgia's winning 20-13. Alabama has the ball on the 34-yard line, on their own 34-yard line. It's going to be interesting. This is big, guys. This is the way these games tend to end, these championship games. Jack Walker says, Alabama is gaining momentum. They just forced Georgia 3-0. There you go, Jack. Thank you for that update for him as well, for LT. Daniel Risi says, shut up. Well, I guess you'll have to kind of try to make us, and you can't, so sorry. LT Metter says, when we super chat, do you guys got a donation? If not, let me know the best route to donate. Best route to donate, I guess, let me wait for fiance for that one. But I think the worst route would be super chat, but that's the easiest route. So if that's the case, but I think, what's the best route? Would it be PayPal? Would be the best route to donate, or would it be?
I think Patreon. But again, when it comes to Patreon, just we will always let you guys know before we post. But and I'm trying to figure out how Patreon works, because it looks like they changed the way they do things a little bit. So it gives you guys options to either sign up like every month or every post. So and again, we'll let you guys know, but basically it's whatever you want. So if you guys can only support and only give $1, but it does, we do get more support through Patreon than we do through Super Chat.
Basically, yeah, they take out, like YouTube takes out 30%. Just think about it like that. It's a huge chunk. And through Patreon, I think it's 10%. So
exactly. So even $1 still benefits us more through Patreon. And again, we're going to be putting, more content through there. Right. So I just feel like for you guys, it's a better value. So
basically, it comes down to $1. Somebody donates $1 through Super Chat. We get 70 cents. They get 30. Yeah. And someone donates through Patreon. We get 90 cents, and they get 10 cents. Yeah. Just to make it easy, guys. I mean, it's pretty simple. But again, just wanted to, that's a difference. Again, I think through PayPal, which.
I'm not sure how that works.
Well, we have it set up
because I've just never done it.
We have an old fantasy football league and people that were in it. So we had a system through there, and some people through there are donating as well. There are a lot of Cowboy fans in that group. So we've had a couple donations, as you can see above.
Fiance handles all of that, as you can tell.
As you can see, Johnny Boy, thank you so much, bro, for the donation. And again, through PayPal, it's probably the most. The least that's taken out, I guess, of that. But again, we don't really have a posted way of donating through there yet out here on these areas. So if you do want to do it, I guess Patreon would be the best.
Yeah, but guys, like I said, everyone will support. And for those of you guys who can't financial support, seriously, don't worry about it. Just by being here, hanging out with us, that's the best thing that you can do. And we understand everybody works hard for their money, so we appreciate
Thank you, guys.
all the support, everything, and that, you know, your time is very precious to you. So thank you for spending it with us.
Yeah, LT matters, and we know how you dropped. You got the record right now, so thank you for that. And
we know you're busy at work too.
Yeah,
and you said you're on your work.
He is. He just kind of jumped in for a second, but yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100%. So that's why if you want to do a big drop like that, for sure, you know, if it's no big deal for you, go through Patreon. We would see more of that. Definitely a lot more. We would see 20% more.
1st and 10.
Ooh, nice play there by Alabama, trying to fool them, but Georgia didn't bite.
Nope.
Ooh, but they can't tackle either.
Yeah, they can stop
Roquan Smith got him.
And here's the problem.
Under 7 minutes, by the way. Under 7 minutes, 99 Wolves.
Tired.
Yeah, 99 Wolves wanted to know how much time was left, so wanted to update them. Yep, under now. This is a good one, guys. And Alabama still has a momentum. They're past midfield. They're in Georgia territory.
6 minutes, 50 seconds left.
Under 6.
And tackled
for a yard. For a yard, guys, as we go under 6.
This is big.
Wow. 78 ate him up there. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. Sorry. Only the real old school hip hop people will know that. Uh-oh. Nice move by 13. Out of bounds now.
Yeah, but still, he saved that. Yeah, it was going to be a sack.
Yeah, guys. All you guys in here, make sure, don't forget, hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you're new.
Right,
and hit that little bell to make sure it's turned on so you guys get all our live streams. We do it daily. It's Dallas Cowboys first, but we talk about NFL. We talk about all sports. We talk about a whole bunch of stuff. So check out what we have already posted, guys. We're at like 300 plus videos. I don't even know, 320 videos. We almost got a year's worth of videos, a daily worth of videos in like 7 months, basically, it's going to probably end up being. He's going deep. That's a flag.
Yeah.
That's a first down. First down, Alabama. With 6:06 in the 4th.
Oh, wait. Well, thank goodness. I forgot it's college ball, so
exactly.
it's not at the spot of the foul.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish it was that way in the NFL.
This is,
wasn't at the spot of
too
the
bad
foul.
this is not for all the beans, guys, because you know why? Because the number 1 team this year, the actual national champions, are the UCF Golden Knights, baby. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know the song.
Go Knights. Yeah. Oh. Just want to remind you all that. Just have to do that to you all. Sorry. Sorry, Alabama. Sorry, Georgia. Go Knights. And go Cowboys.
All right, here we go. So 1st and 10 for Alabama. They're on their own 37.
They're gonna hit him deep. Woo! Wow! On the 13-yard line, looks like.
Wide open.
13-yard line, right under, like 5 minutes and 58 seconds, guys, and this thing is.
But again, there's a lot of time.
Roquan Smith, woo! He looked them off, but Roquan did the right deal there.
No, it doesn't look like he was.
Roquan
looks like 14 or 41. I can't tell.
Yeah.
He was just a half second too late. Actually, more than a half second. He was very, very late.
UCF would, football nerd. UCF wins over Georgia. UCF wins over Alabama. UCF wins over Clemson.
It would be nice to
and
see
UCF wins over Oklahoma.
Play.
Exactly. Just give us a chance. Give us a chance. All right. Open backfield.
Spreading them out.
Yep. He slapped his hands, hiked the ball, going for the end zone. Oh, Calvin Ridley.
So good.
Dropped it.
Wow.
Whoa. It wasn't a drop. It was a very tough play. Great defense. Tough play to make on a catch. He does remind me of Antonio Brown a little bit, I will say. I kind of got a little feel of him being, like, for a second, like Antonio Brownish. Don't know how tall he is, guys. Give me his numbers. Ooh, look at that play. Great defensive play, but wow, he had that in his hands. I got to say, I wouldn't be mad if we got Ridley.
Ooh.
I mean, that's a tough play to make.
And that's the problem. Dez doesn't catch the ball in his hands that way anymore.
But if Ridley doesn't look hugely tall, like he doesn't look like a Dez Bryant. So he looks like a Antonio Brown almost.
But would you be mad if you had someone like
Antonio Brown? No, I would want something. Are you kidding me?
And that's what I'm saying. Like where he might not have Dez's size as much, but that's where he has maybe a little bit more speed. You know, because he's not as tall, as big, as bulky, but he's a little bit more like light.
Right,
I guess,
yeah.
And, you know, can.
Oh, there we go. Peanut. Well, it's not even showing up on the screen. Here it is.
$5 super chat. Dougie Fresh and Rick the Ruler taking them back. I gotta respect that.
Thank you, Peanut.
Go Cowboys.
Peanut. No, see, that's why he knew that. That's 6 minutes. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh. You're on. Sorry, guys. Peanut.
I'm showing my age here because I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm showing my age. We're both showing our ages. Right. But yes, oh, man, that's more than worth it right there. I mean, we appreciate the contribution and donation. Thank you so much, Peanut. But man, I'm glad you got that. I'm glad you got that connection. Nobody else seemed to get that. So. Much love on that.
I think the number 2 spot.
Yes, number 2 in the house right now.
There you go. So way to go, Peanut, and thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. Long time. Did you already send your address?
I don't think so. No,
so Peanut 310. Make sure to send us an address that you want us to mail out your My Cowboys Family wristband. Can't see it. It's under my sweater. Give me a second. Ooh, they're going for it on 4th down. Timeout. So, but your My Cowboys Family wristband, guys. So, but make sure to send us an email with the address you want us to send that out to at mycowboysfamily@gmail.com, or you can send us a DM on Twitter, whatever you prefer.
I don't think it works on Twitter.
Oh, it doesn't work on Twitter? Okay, so then, yeah. So, it looks like email is the best way to go, but just whatever address, doesn't matter, just let us know where you want to send it out to. But for anyone who has supported, given more than $10, please, please, please send us your information or whatever information you want to have us mail it out to. Just because we really do want you guys to, have these and, thank you guys, and to thank you guys for supporting us. So let me see. Ridley is 6'1". I mean, that's not short.
6'1"?
Yeah, that's not short.
No, not at all. I gotta fix this.
So there you go. So. All right.
Let's see what.
4th and 4.
4th and 4, guys. This is big.
This is it.
Really 6'1". Let's see. Georgia 77, UCF 3. No way, LT. We disagree there. Let's see here. 4th and 4. Out of the backfield, is shifting 22 out. So as a receiver, open backfield, spread offense. Claps for the snap.
In the middle? No, to the right.
No, he's getting pressure. Doing it. Oh, touchdown Ridley.
They tied the game.
Could be a possible future Cowboy right there.
I hope he's a possible future Cowboy.
Wow, touchdown Alabama.
All right, well, if they can make the extra point,
it's
they
tied up.
Tie the
guys,
game. Alabama,
the championship game, the 2 supposedly best teams in this playoff, the ones in the playoff championship right now, it would be a tie game. Wow. And we definitely are getting...
Both teams have 2 timeouts left, just to let you guys know. Wow. I mean... It's really coming down to the wire.
Momentum has switched.
Buddy Johnson said Tupac is my favorite. So
Tupac is up there. Big is up there.
Quante, yes,
it's a whole bunch.
Is insane. I mean, the fact that Georgia managed to basically be leading the whole game when no one expected them to, and the fact that Alabama managed to come back from that kind of deficit.
They switched the quarterback. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Good
20-20, guys. Wow. Thrilling ending to this game.
So, and then Saban is a genius?
Man, that guy was at bench. They're saying that he might have to be gone. But Calvin Ridley, guys, made the play there. One of the guys we had to watch today. You see number 3 on Georgia, the other guy. Got that speed. I don't know what he was doing, kind of floating in there, but that's not his guy. And he played very well. He's been playing very well. Number 3, that's Roquan Smith.
It looks like his job is just kind of stay in the middle.
Oof, what a play, though. In coverage, look at that play by Calvin. I got to say, I would not mind this guy being on the Cowboys. Now, if we decide to keep Hitchens, I would mind it less for him to be on the Cowboys. I would love for him even more so to be on the Cowboys. But
and again, it sounds like we are going to keep all 3 linebackers. I know Stephen Jones says he wants to keep all 3 linebackers. Yes. But,
all 3?
As in Hitchens, Jalen Smith, and Sean Lee, like those 3 guys are
together,
definitely not going anywhere. But we still have to wait and see what actually ends up happening. You never know.
I mean, either we trade up...
might get a better offer somewhere else.
Let's see what happens. Oh, man.
Ooh.
Come on, Georgia. We kind of want Georgia to win, guys, so let's see what happens.
That's on a flag? It looks like the Alabama player stepped on the Georgia player.
NAE Vapor says, I hate Alabama. Actually, but yes, I hate Alabama. Yeah. Peyton does things, says Gucci Gang. These are your rappers, guys?
No.
No. Okay, so the best rappers, I'm going to say, as far as I am, my time, look, I know a lot of 80s rappers and stuff, and there were some good ones, but actually true lyrics, Eric B. and Rakim, that's got to be one of the better older rap group / rappers. But you have other great groups that have lasted for a long time. Wu-Tang Clan, ain't nothing with. So they are definitely one of the best, and they're still around now. You got I loved Biggie and Tupac. They both were great in different ways. Tupac with his incomplete. Tupac with his. With his poetry, his urban poetry, basically, guys. That was, it was magical.
Well, Jason G said, "I'm a Vanilla Ice Man."
I can see that, Jason Garrett.
Quante said, "I listen to Tupac, Nas, Fayshawn, Eminem, and Common."
Yes, very good. Eminem, of course, as well. His lyrical abilities are fantastic. Biggie, Notorious B.I.G., I think to me was one of the best storytellers. Like you said earlier, chill, kind of laid back rap, but also
just he's just one of those guys that I feel like even people who don't like rap can like Biggie because his flow, his style, his lyrics. Wow, what an effort! But I don't know. It's just where Tupac, I think is a little bit more divisive. People, I could see a lot more people disliking him or not getting his message in a way.
But but either way, he was more like stronger, like in the sense of like powerful. His music was more powerful, but Biggie's was more fun, lyrical flow and more melodic.
And not saying he didn't have like serious songs or other kinds of songs.
But either way, they're both great. Yes. And then when you got guys like newer, even Jay-Z you want to throw in there, I guess to an extent, Eminem and some other guys. But then after that, you really don't have much nowadays, in my opinion. When it comes to hip-hop, guys. Real good hip-hop, good music. Yeah. I love Jam On It, Nucleus, back in the day.
So El Chapo King, it's all good. Rock your Green Bay gear, your cheese head. Again.
We take fans from all over. Just be true to your team. When your guys are out, stick with them.
Exactly.
And that goes to the Eagle fans especially.
And then Jose Rios, you too. Root on for your Texans. We can't wait to play you next year. It's definitely going to be an exciting game. So Jason G said, "It looks like all the knowledge I dropped on Saban is paying off." And TJ went back, said Georgia's falling apart. Let me see. And LT Metter said,
punting,
Black
guys.
Thought, Eminem, Big, LZ, Fonte.
I don't know who that is.
Phonte. I hope I pronounced that right. Fonte or.
As far as newer rappers, guys, and hip hop artists, Alabama's they got all the momentum, guys. They had the ball back in 2 minutes and 55 seconds. I want to say I like that from LT. Except I don't know who those last ones are, but I liked Cannabis as a rapper back in the 2000s. Like a Big Pun, don't forget about him, guys. Big Pun was one of the best lyrical guys. I don't say the flow wasn't the greatest, but the words was genius. And you have, I'm trying to think who else is a couple other ones, but nowadays like more like the millennial type rappers. I don't like many of them, but I gotta say some upstarts. I would say Little Dicky.
Yeah.
I know it's not maybe the most popular choice, but guys, listen to his flow, listen to his raps. You're missing a lot if you put him down for just being kind of like that dorky white guy.
Yeah. So another guy, if you haven't checked him out, is Logic.
Yeah, everybody should know him.
Not so much his radio stuff. I definitely listened to some of his older albums as well when he was first starting out. You got a better sense
radio
of
stuff, guys. More hip hop.
Who he is, but some of his new stuff is good. But again, not the radio stuff. The radio stuff is.
His new stuff is good. It just has to be the stuff not on the radio. That poppy.
But guys, you know how it is, and that pretty much goes for me.
Peanuts is Ice Cube, and I love Ice Cube. Yes. NWA, they had some groundbreaking music, but Ice Cube to me was like the best out of that group when it comes to the actual
Raiders song.
When it comes to actual leaving NWA, he was definitely the best out of that group in my opinion, lyrically speaking. Dr. Dre was the most talented musically speaking. You know what I'm saying? Because he could take anybody and make music, make beats, and make them famous, and that's why they all had greatness to them. Eazy-E, he's not here anymore either. I would definitely put him up there. I don't want to put him as a great rapper, but for what he did, he wasn't a rapper at all. So when he got there, just to be able to get out there and do that, but with that voice he had, he changed that whole group, the way that you listen to a rap group, in a way it was really nobody around. They were all like Africa Bambaataa and a lot of other groups back then that was more disco-ish, and then you have NWA, and then you had Snoop Dogg come out from there, and you had, and with Dre you had of course he was with Tupac for a little bit, Ridley again making another play, but you had like Tupac, and then you had other things though come from when Dr. Dre moved on and he made Aftermath with Eminem. With rap, I
feel like there's different types of rap. Like again, like there's different, like you're gonna want to listen to different songs, like if you're like at a club or something, or you're gonna want to listen to different songs, like if you want like more of a chill vibe, you know, like, and there's different types of rap for all that. Or if you want like a more like a fun, more upbeat, more like a fast pace, like a quick, you know, thing. Like, I don't know. So,
yeah, no, I know. My problem with today's rap is that mumble crap rap. I can't stand. To me, and I might sound like an old guy saying this.
Mumble rap,
but you'd be more in tune to that.
But no, that's the problem. The mumble rap with the stripped down beats. It's both of them combined. And if you guys listen to any pop music, it kind of, it's that same thing where it's like all these like stripped down, super slow, like, God, I feel like I'm at a funeral all the time when I turn on the radio and listening to rap. Like I'm all about like rap and like at least make it so we can try to understand the words. Like I feel like with other rap songs, at least
check out some of the comments. It's kind of
I don't know. Let me see. So
Chapo King, man, much respect, man. Eminem is still doing it. I do agree. I don't really like his last album, Eminem, but I like Eminem's word mix up, his flow. He's one of the best lyrically ever. Look at Big Pun though. I think I'm up there too. Of course, Tupac is one of the greatest. He's like our Elvis for hip hop. And then you got Biggie, who it's not just poppy music, guys. You got to listen to his flow and his raps and his words and his stories. Like he said, Chapo King said, there's stories behind. There's meaning behind a lot of the music, whether it's NWA or Ice Cube and it's serious, or Tupac, or if it's more joyful and like flaunting and saying I love being alive now. It went from Biggie went from Ready to Die to Life After Death right when he died. It's crazy, but that whole, if you listen to the album, you can hear the griminess in the first one, kind of when Wu-Tang came out and all that. You can hear that, and then you can hear the change in his life in his songs when he was already dead, or when the second album came out. So I'm going to, people that know hip hop know what I'm talking about. I don't want to make it just about that because a lot of people here don't care about it or don't like it. But we're watching football here. It's a minute and 2 seconds.
Jose Rios said it. Mumble rap and trap are garbage, but it hypes people up.
I know.
Let me see. And now Chapo King, exactly. I agree, and I think that's part of the problem. Come on, Georgia, get the first. They got the first.
Just like Georgia. You're going for Alabama, they're going Georgia.
I am going for Georgia.
That's Alabama with the ball.
Alabama has the ball. I know. Sorry, I messed up.
She had a long day, as she said earlier. That's not good.
They got red on the field.
Yeah, Georgia has to start getting ready to do this right here.
Yeah, they
exactly.
Did. So sorry about that, guys. Let me see. Nas is one of the best. I consider him the greatest of all time.
Nas is definitely one of the greatest. But when he did the Firm stuff, I think that was with Dr. Dre. Was it with Dr. Dre? But I know he did the Firm with 2 other rappers with AZ. Was that right? AZ, Nas, and something Dre. I think it was. I don't know. It was like 3 or 4 rappers. It was just it had some catchy beats. It was all just recycled kind of stuff that's not any use. It was already at the end of the whole gangster rap stuff, and it's labeled that. Yeah. But that was really where Nas kind of lost some stuff and did some stuff with Puffy, which I didn't like too much. But I do agree, as a pure rapper, especially in his old stuff, for 100%, man. Yes. Nas is one of the best out there, lyrically speaking.
Yeah, no, and again, for me personally, guys, I gotta say I'm more of a rocker. Just kidding, but no, seriously, I just prefer, and I'm not gonna say too many of my favorite bands because I feel like I will date myself if I say some of my favorite bands.
I wonder if anybody's heard of those.
But I will say my favorite band is Motion City Soundtrack, but they are no longer together anymore. They broke up. I
went to see them twice.
Yeah, was able to see them.
Time out. I gotta call time out right away, because they're going for the field goal here. Wow, Alabama's gonna pull this thing out. It's kind of crazy.
Oh boy.
Who would have thought this? I mean, this game was controlled by Georgia, right? Wow, 20-7, and somehow this thing has just trickled away from them. It slipped through their hands. Everything all right?
Yeah.
What happened?
Let's see. Sleepy Dave, thanks for joining us. So again, Motion City Soundtrack. I like Motion City Soundtrack. Again. Oh, sorry. I know if people hear these bands, if you know who they are, you're either like, oh yeah, cool, or you don't care, or you're just like instantly judging. But I like My Chemical Romance, some the old school Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco. Let me see, Puddle of Mud, old school. Let me see. I don't want to say too many more because then it's. I like a lot of like indie and alternative stuff too.
Go for it. See if anybody knows it.
Well, no, I mean that's like I said, if you know Motion City Soundtrack, I would be extremely impressed because I think they're not a band too many people have heard of. Bush, Again, Bush is one of those bands that I don't know a lot of the names of their songs, but I know a lot of their songs because I know I've heard them. And honestly, a lot of songs I do just know because I've listened to them and I know what they sound like, and I might not necessarily know the artist.
I just want to say, guys, I think this game is over.
This game is about to be over.
There's no fumble here. It's over. Because now they're going to let it go down to 1 second and tell timeout in third and kick a field goal and win it. Wow, guys.
I think Alabama's about to win.
Yeah, I like some classic rock there, King Star. I like the Doors from the late 60s and 70s. Of course, some Beatles stuff, and but I'm not really into the rock or hard rock stuff.
Yeah, so and again, for me, it's more I like to cherry pick a few songs from a lot of the bands. Like, for example, I love the Immigrant Song. It's I don't know, it's just my dad and I always used to play or jam out to it in the car.
Nirvana's good.
Classics. Yeah, Nirvana's good, but again, too.
What are they doing though?
So again, and classic bands, like classic punk bands, like Blink-182 is of course top 5. I know, baby, So hey, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like that's right? That's what I like. But like some other indie artists, if you like, more indie stuff like Tegan and Sarah and Walk Off the Earth, they're definitely more indie, a little hippy dippy if you want to call it that. But honestly, I listen to a lot of other genres. Amy Winehouse, big Amy Winehouse fan. So Queen is the best.
I also like some jazz, some Coltrane, some Miles Davis, and some even older stuff like old jazz. Like I like that old timey jazz. I do like that.
I Amy Winehouse, I love her. My sister's big on Norah Jones. So I'm starting to listen to her a little bit more. I'm trying to think. If you like more like pop rap and you don't mind some more of like the newer artists, Hoodie Allen. There's a few songs of his that I like. There's one. Oh man, what's it called? I know I'm gonna butcher the band name, but it's HEDPE, like head PE or something like that. But they have a song called Hey Bartender. Definitely check it out. That's a good one. I know there's one or two Black Sabbath songs he just fouled.
Yeah, guys, 3 seconds left, 4th down, they call timeout, and 3 seconds left for the field goal. Here it is. Yep. He was upset. Nick Saban was really upset because he wanted to call timeout with a little more time.
So El Chapo King, yes, Hoodie Allen. That song was the first one.
There you go.
Let me see, and I will say there's a few random like old school songs. I was a band geek, so there's a few older songs, old jazz songs that I like. In the Mood. Let me see, the Cherry Poppin' Daddies. I remember that song was a big hit in school. That was funny. But let me see. Head PE, yes, Sleepy Dave. I'm so glad someone knows it. I knew I was so close. But that song, I remember, again, it was just one of those songs. And I know it's an artist I need to listen to a little more. Oh, The Killers. The Killers are another good band.
Jimi Hendrix, I like that. Jimi Hendrix.
Rip.
Sorry, I have to represent the people that are saying good stuff here.
So, no. I have to say, I do show my age.
Let's see what happens, baby. Here it is. All right, no more talk, guys. Let's see here.
Here we go.
3 seconds left. 36-yard field goal. Easy win. This is for the championship right here.
Overtime.
I hope Alabama's going to kick an easy field goal here to win it.
Block it.
Oh, it's over.
I told you. Oh, I cursed. Sorry. Whoa, my bad. I called it.
Wow. Overtime, baby. Missed it. The momentum is back with Georgia.
So, Jose Rios, I'm glad you like this. And again, we're definitely going to be doing a Q&A, so you'll be able to get to know us even a little more as far as our personal lives. I like to think we're boring because we stay home a lot, but we definitely had, I think, some interesting life experiences.
Yes. Yes, it's definitely some interesting.
What a play.
And this family-friendly channel, we've definitely tried to do to get to. Wow, what a miss. Wow. How do you miss that?
Look at that ball, just horrible. I think he just kicked it back.
I'm happy. I want Georgia to win, but man, that is it's just like crap. What the F and other things.
That Georgia guy has the biggest smile on his face. Oh no, okay, then it wiped off.
Wow, guys, that was huge. And if you want to get one of those little rubber wristbands that the kicker that missed here's my Cowboys family one, so, guys. Send us your information if you already donated over $10. You guys know who you are. All you guys already sent the information. It's already in the mail sent. So we're going to try to get the rest of them sent out as soon as we get your information. You can donate through Super Chat, Patreon, All right, guys. So you can do that and help us out on the channel.
That's right.
My Cowboys family, guys. Our custom-made navy and white. Navy, you know, the wristband's navy. All right, you got the white lettering. It says My Cowboys family. And guys, we didn't put. You know, I know. We were almost going to put this Cowboy star on it. We're going to probably have maybe something new in the future. You know, shirts or something like that in the future. You know, My Cowboys family, MCF merchandise.
Yes.
But you know, we wanted to make sure that the Philadelphia fans that donated, the New England Patriot fans that donated, the Pittsburgh fans that donated, the other fans that donated to us of other teams, you know, we can still wear this without saying, okay, this is Cowboys.
Exactly.
You know?
It's something a little more accessible than a shirt, too, because, again, guys, we are still starting. We want to make sure we, you know, keep it real. I guess. There you go, My Cowboys family. So.
Yes, guys.
Oh, but let me see.
I love it. I wear it every day, and it's. I mean, I've worn these before for some time, you know, for a time period. But yeah, I mean, I can't be happier than to see the little fun little hobby thing we started 6 months ago here on my wrist, and it has like a name, like it's official, guys. It's official. So thank you all who have supported.
And Space Cowboy 17, you definitely have to record, you know, upload that reaction. His mom's reaction to the missed field goal.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So,
it's so.
There you go, Space Cowboy.
Telling you, it's crazy. Andrew. Sorry, not today. Jose, it's all good. Again, you know, as long as you stay true to your team and keep it real. Again, we try to be as truthful when it comes to the Cowboys as we can be, because, you know, not too many people want to call it like it is, but there's a lot of people here on YouTube who definitely do call it like it is. So definitely check out Space Cowboy 17. He's one of those guys. Definitely check him out. DJ Crown J.
Yeah, he's had his new channel coming soon. Yes,
has his channel coming out this weekend, guys. So definitely stay tuned.
I do think I'll comment to Andrew Dollinger. I want to say something.
Yeah.
Ding.
So Bama fans, after the missed field goal, what in tarnation? NAE Vapor, you are right. Will Miller, thanks for joining us. And yes, fiance does have a nice UCF shirt.
Represent the true national champions, guys.
So it has been a very good game.
Here you go. You want to see the national champion after tonight's game? I already know the answer. It's this. Boom. UCF Golden Knights. Damn it.
That's right.
Forever. Remember that. 13-0, baby, the best, and we never got a chance to even play in this championship.
I know.
In this freaking playoff time. Forget this freaking system.
Yes. So
go Knights and go Cowboys.
And random addition to that whole music thing. If you guys like heavier alternative rock, A Day to Remember is great. Let me see.
I'll give you guys some more hip hop groups that I like and listen throughout my life. Cypress Hill, fantastic. She didn't know who Cypress Hill was, guys. Bone Thugs and Harmony, she don't know who they are. She don't know who Wu-Tang was.
Stop.
Oh, that's not right, baby.
Oh, I know. I didn't listen to them. And
I know, but I
young to appreciate them. Okay? My parents had enough sensibility and I wasn't listening to too much rap as I was younger.
But it's great, though. But you really look at that rap and the famous songs that came out of that, even the known songs, you know, that to me was the golden age of hip hop. Nowadays with this mumble rap, I'm telling you, and I don't know, trap music and I don't know. That's all that. It's just I sound like an old fogey. I probably do, but I'm being honest, guys. You cannot compare and not every single person. I mean, look, Kendrick Lamar gets away with some stuff. I can listen to that, but it's nothing compared to what was getting put out by groups like Wu-Tang Clan and Tupac, Biggie.
Look, I'm just willing to admit that I like what I like, and when I find the 20 bands I want to listen to over and over again for the next 20 years.
Agree.
That's what I do.
Of course.
Like, I don't know what to say, guys. It just, it's just one of those things. But I'm one of those people who can appreciate a song here and there from general artists.
Yes,
but,
they went 13-0.
The artist I really dig into is one thing. So
yeah, no, and again, I understand. Again, but I like a lot of different type of rap. And again, I do admit that I used to listen to all kinds of music when I was younger. But as I got older, I really got into hip hop. And again, when you listen to the hip hop, the meaningful stuff or the stuff that flows, Tupac and Biggie had that, meaningful stuff that was written from the heart. And then you have other stuff out there. Again, Cypress Hill.
Yeah. Just want to say real quick, Jose Rios, the only reason I deleted your comment is just because EDP's actual screen name, it does have a curse word in it, and we try to keep the chat.
Did someone write his name out?
Family friendly. Yeah. So no, it's cool. I just wanted to let you know, Jose,
we're not
mad. It's just trying to keep it off the chat there, but we do know who EDP is.
We are in overtime now.
Everyone has to know who EDP is. He's famous.
My brother doesn't watch anything on YouTube. He knew who EDP was. So let's hear, guys. Look. So Georgia gets the ball first, all right? So you guys know, for those that don't know, you start at a 25-yard line. Each team gets a chance from the 25 to get a touchdown or a field goal.
So here we go.
And you don't win, it's not sudden death. So just know that, guys, for those NFL old school fans. people that have not watched college, it can keep going like we saw in our game. Remember?
Yeah.
We went to the live game at UCF Stadium. We drove out there, and we had to watch triple overtime, I think, wasn't it? Or double or triple overtime. That we beat Memphis, guys. What a crazy game! It was like 65 to 59. I don't know, it was crazy. And so basically, guys, they get the regular game that starts. You just start on their. You start on their 25, and then the other team, Alabama, will get a chance as well to start. Now, if you can't get a first down here, you probably kick a field goal, and if you make it, you're up 23-20. Then Alabama gets the ball, and if they get a touchdown, they win. If they kick a field goal, it goes to the double overtime. But let's say one of these teams cannot score on each other.
What if Alabama's
if that happens, but Georgia hit theirs, then Georgia wins. Obviously, there's no more overtime. But again, if Georgia misses the field goal and then Alabama misses a field goal, then it goes into another overtime. Yeah. It's the same. It never ends until there's a winner crowned. This is it, guys. This is for everything except for UCF being number one, of course. Wow, they're going to be out of field goal range. Wow, that's a big, huge sack right there. Huge sack.
I mean, are they going to
LT, you're right, LT, about him being a niche.
Niche. Yeah, and you know what? I feel like there's a time and a place for that kind of thing, and we all have those moments where we just want to really let our emotions out. EDP is definitely one of those guys that just does that. So, and he puts himself out there. So you gotta.
If you want the analyzing and stuff, for sure, the two guys you mentioned, Philly 500 and Bitter Birds, they definitely have a lot better content, breakdowns, knowing their team.
51-yard attempt. You can do it.
Philly 500 and ourselves were trying to get something together for our game, but our game became kind of meaningless. So here we go. 51 yards. It looks good. Oh, he got it.
He made it.
Yes. Come on, Georgia.
Georgia got lucky.
Very. After that huge. This guy saved them with the glasses. I love those glasses. He's going old school.
Those sports glasses.
Those are like the.
So yes.
Wow.
99 Wolves. The score is right on the screen.
Not yet.
23-20.
Now it is.
So X Factor and I have had some good debates. He definitely is a Dallas supporter. So yeah, and again, and that's as much as we will always keep it real about the Cowboys, we'll always support the Cowboys. That, never will ever change here in my Cowboys family. So, but we respect all the real fans who stick with their teams, who stay true to their teams. If you're a true fan, got so much respect for you, regardless of what team you like. So, even if your team sucks.
Yeah, that's all right. Especially
joking,
if your team sucks.
Yeah.
If your team sucks, you're still with them.
Actually,
much more respect. Don't forget, guys, in case we haven't said it enough, that like button, that thumbs up, hit that for our stream. It helps our channel. We're just 6 months old, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. If you're new and you're watching this for the first time, we do a lot of daily videos. We do daily videos, sometimes more than once a day, but at least daily.
Let's focus here.
And so hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. Here we go. Wow. He's trying to, it's like a broken play.
Why does he have this much time?
Oh!
Sack.
What a disaster for them, for Alabama. Wow, what's going on, guys? Wow. Wow.
Oh, all right.
That was a crazy play right there. He almost got sacked. Wow.
All right.
That was a crazy play. How did he lose so much?
Wait, so they didn't count that as a sack?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
Second and 26. Second and 26 in this. Wow.
And again, it's kind of like what just happened there.
I hope they don't just freaking go for the end zone. Oh my God, he's wide open.
Touchdown.
It's over. Damn.
That's a heartbreaker.
Damn. That's insanity.
Oh, that's that.
Insanity.
And there's Roquan Smith walking off the field.
For the last
Obviously
time.
in shock.
Oh my goodness. That's a shocking play. They're all crying. All the Georgia players are crying. And
I would.
I feel bad for all the Georgia fans as well.
They're like in shock. I'm in shock. Oh, great.
Damn, I cannot believe that. Wow, guys. That's insane. Oh, man. Wow. That's crazy.
Well, guys.
Wow. That's just an unbelievable game. There's Calvin Ridley. He can't believe it. The backup quarterback came in and won the game for them, huh? A freshman, true freshman came in.
Yep. And that idiot who got kicked out of the game must feel like a real dip booty right now. Because he.
Wow, this is an incredible. That was an incredible play right there. Can you imagine that happening at?
I know, Space Cowboy 17. Your mom.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I hope you have that camera rolling.
Oh boy, for all you Georgia fans out there, we feel your pain. We were really rooting for you here. You guys almost had it.
I'm gonna say one thing, guys. Mute that for me for a second, baby.
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta say one thing, guys. Congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs. Congratulations for having a great season. Congratulations to the Alabama Crimson Tide for winning this game. And so I'm gonna announce the national champion in college football, guys. Official. Yeah. It's official. UCF Knights, baby! Go Knights!
Thank you for that. Woo! That was a year off my life.
She just jumped. She almost pooped herself. So luckily, I didn't show that. Luckily, I had the UCF on the screen.
Thank you, baby. Good looking out.
You're welcome, baby.
But seriously, guys,
UCF, baby.
Samoan true freshman. Yeah, he's from Samoa, or was he from Hawaii?
I don't know.
I think he's from Hawaii.
I'm not sure. Wow. That's a crazy
So either way,
ending to this
wherever
game.
he's from, major credit to him. Great job by Alabama for coming back from a big,
huge
13-0 deficit where they really weren't getting anywhere to this big overtime win and making up for the fact that their kicker was stinking.
Yeah, wow. And UCF Golden Knights are now and still will always be UCF Golden Knights.
Take the tiny little bit of
national
credit
champions. Jason, because of saving.
Alabama needs to cut the trophy in half and share it with the committee. So yeah, guys.
That's a crazy ending right there.
So I mean, let us know who you guys were rooting for again. I mean, I think most of you guys
from Hawaii,
in the chat
but he's Samoan.
Okay, so he's from Hawaii, but he's Samoan. So I thought I heard them say he was from Hawaii. So there you go.
Wow, man, that was a great game all around. It was a great game, a great comeback for Alabama. You gotta give them credit. I mean. But heartbreaking for Georgia. I mean, heartbreaking for Georgia fans.
Just watching it feels heartbreaking, and we're not really,
fans of either team.
Fans.
Yeah. Jesus, man, that sucks. That's a heartbreaker. But
you know what? Again, major credit to Alabama for
coming back,
turning it around. Yeah.
Because they have the right core of the next man up mentality. You want to see it? That's where we go.
Talk about next man up. This worked, and again, they had a lot more injuries, I think, than Georgia did. And then wasn't it an Alabama player who left on a stretcher who was knocked unconscious?
He was unconscious. He just collapsed on the sideline. He just collapsed.
Yeah. So hopefully he's doing all right and can enjoy, the celebration of this victory with the rest of his teammates for, all that hard work and effort they all put into it. But Alabama takes it again. What can you say? If you guys are watching here,
congratulations on the win.
Yeah, so make sure to hit like on the stream if you haven't already. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We do post daily live streams on the Cowboys every day. Keep you guys updated on the Cowboys. And, of course, as you can see, we do other sports, other general things. So make sure to come back, check us out. We'll be doing our Q&A very, very soon. And for anyone who does help to support the channel financially, whether through Super Chat or Patreon, whatever, if you guys donate $10 or more, you do get these wristbands. My Cowboys family will send that out to you as a thank you for supporting the channel. Thanks for being part of my Cowboys family.
Yes, guys.
But the number one way you can be part of my Cowboys family is by commenting, liking, subscribing,
watching the ads. Always helps too.
Here, yes. But thank you guys for being here. I want to do our final shout outs here.
Yes, guys. We're going to do the shout outs here because it has been an unbelievable game. Unbelievable discussions here tonight. We talked about a lot of different things outside of college football. We talked about our Cowboys, of course. A lot of news on that.
And X Factor will definitely be checking that out. Don't worry.
Yes, we're gonna check it out, X Factor. Don't worry. And we had a lot of chat about Cowboys, about NFL playoff games, about of course, college football here, and we did even some musical stuff on here. Some music talk, but what we like, what you guys like, interesting chat, guys, today. I really liked it. And of course, we got to experience this game, which was a crazy ending, well worth watching throughout and sitting through it. It did not disappoint as far it didn't disappoint as far as excitement. Unfortunately, it's a huge disappointment for Georgia fans, and we're disappointed too because we were going for Georgia. But Alabama is a storied franchise with a team that seems to always win. Their real quarterback here, Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
He was taken out, and I can only imagine what they're saying. I heard people are saying he might leave the school, go to another school.
Why?
So because
he was saying that again.
Well, because maybe he's not worth the prospect, that he is anymore. Maybe I don't know how that works when it comes to a scholarship, but he can change schools if he feels he's been slighted.
So I want to definitely go ahead and get some shout-outs here in the chat. So Muhammad Sadi, thank you for joining us. Judith Jimenez, Cowboys X Factor, Boomer Sooner, Football Nerd, TJ Wittenbag, Sleepy Dave 585, Elijah Johnson, thank you so much for being here. Mike Jack. Let me see. Jason Garrett.
Jason.
Quante 06. El Chapo King. 99 Wolves 17. Let me see. I want to make sure I get everybody. Will Miller, thank you for being here. Brian Bradford. Let me see. Femex, thanks for being here. Let me see. Jaquavius Johnson, thanks for being here as well. LT Metters, as always, man. Thank you for all the support.
Yes.
Thank you for your Eagles
Philly
voice
fan.
of reason.
Yes.
Let me see. Dream Team Nation, Jose Rios, all you guys. Let me see. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Let me double check. Yep. I mean, that's as far back as I can go.
Guys,
but I know 80s Kendall, thank you for being here.
Stronger
Slim
King.
Shady.
Slim
Stronger
King.
King. DJ Crown Jake. Cowboys Abroad. Both of you guys were in here earlier. Thank you guys so much for supporting us, for watching.
Almighty Clay.
Yes. Almighty Clay, you were in here. I'm
Purple
a hater.
Gaming.
Thanks for joining us. Purple Gaming. Let me see. Johnny Boy, thank you so much as well.
Yes, thank you guys for your donations as well. DJ Crown J won our 3rd straight week, so he'll be down here, and his channel is opening up soon, so we're going to promote that for him and be, definitely letting you know where to go as soon as that comes live. So special thanks to DJ Crown J, and special thanks to our 3 donators for the week. We just started tonight, so thank you guys for giving us a good kickoff here, especially Slim Shady, especially Peanut, and especially Johnny Boy. Thank you all 3 for your donations for today. Much appreciated. We hope you enjoyed this live stream. We're going to, of course, be back tomorrow. We're going to talk a lot of football, a lot of Cowboy stuff. We're trying to get some draft stuff ready. We're trying to get some information, some stuff. We talked about the salary cap over and over again, and you go back if you want to listen to it. And any other channel, any other streams that we've had here recently, we talked about the salary cap and how I think we could really attain all the big names. And I have 4 big names on our list. Irving, DeMarcus Lawrence, Zach Martin, and Anthony Hitchens, who's the unrestricted free agent. As a way we can get all 4 and still have about $20 to $30 million left over to sign a veteran left tackle behind Roquan Smith, to sign some depth other places, maybe a nose tackle, a one technique nose tackle, defensive lineman. So, and again, we got the draft to talk about. And again, unfortunately, I'm sure my friend, and my condolences for your team, Georgia, losing. Probably take another extra couple of days before we get anything going with him with that. We'll see. I know he was really hyped for this game, and I feel bad that Georgia lost. But they played a damn good game, so be proud about that. And, it was a tough game like we all expected it to be. So it was an interesting game, fun to watch for us here as not really being fans of either side. We were hoping Georgia won. Came up a little short.
What? I have to say it was a great game, start to finish. Both teams definitely put in a hard effort, but Alabama won in the end.
Yeah.
So
that's why they were staying down, thumbs down, guys. We weren't showing the game. We never showed the game, or else we wouldn't be able to do this. For 6 months, if we showed games, we wouldn't last a week.
Thank you for joining us here as well.
The call.
Unfortunate about the Georgia Bulldogs. Definitely going to be a lot of sad faces come tomorrow. But guys, once again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining us. But never, ever, ever forget the #1 thing about our channel.
Never, ever forget. Always and forever, guys. Go Cowboys! Woo!
We'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for joining us here.
Much love, everyone.
See you tomorrow.
Peace and stay safe. And
go Cowboys.
That's right. Go Cowboys.